And we're live. All right. Hello, folks. How are all of you doing out there? Today, I have some notes. All right. Hold up. Peach tea. Peach tea is delicious. Peach tea. Peach tea. Oh, so good. Ah, highly recommend it. Arizona peach tea. All those Arizona products are good, right? All right. So, what's up, people? This is your boy, like I said, the one and only, notorious, ruthless, everybody's scared of and terrified of for good reason. Batman, like I said, I don't play games, man. People know what it is. I'm a lord. You go ahead and translate what that means. So, like I said, y'all didn't come up how I came up, right? Ain't none of y'all real. Like I said, all y'all soft. And that's not just talking, that's actual truth. And see, the thing is that people are used to someone who's not a machine and backed by God. People are used to regular civilians and human beings that they can actually stop. Batman can't be stopped. I'm telling you right now. Not by no humans, not by y'all. So, like I said, now we get to do what I came to do. That's all. We get to do what I came to do, right? And we get to have fun doing what I do. I'm very excited about it, man. Like, truthfully, I really am. Really. Hold up. Why is it always something? All right. So, what I want to talk about here, real quick, right? Right here, I made some notes, right? And it's a couple issues that I want to address and just go over real quick that are, well, extremely important. Okay. So, first of all, let's just get real with ourselves. This government, okay, is who's funded all these acts of domestic what, just like they did towards me. Again, this is not some like you've got tarot readers. Y'all need to mind your business and stay out of this and quit running your mouth. You're trying to change the story. You're saying that I'm in a self-imposed prison. I'm not in anything self-imposed, and I ain't in no prison. I'm free as a bird. I just am going to stand on the issues and stand on the truth. Just because things happened in the past doesn't mean it's all good now. We all forget. You understand? Forgiveness is an option. Nobody has to forgive anybody. That's number one. Number two, we never forget. You understand? So, like I said, you don't speak for me. Words are cheap, talk is cheap. We all know what we feel in our own hearts, and that's all that matters. And like I said, I'm wrong with God. I can do no wrong because, well, everything I do is actually right, right? But for people to think that I'm going to sit here and not open my mouth, that's beyond lunacy. And that's how this country is run every day by actual lunatics and insane people. This is a stand against everyone. Literally, this is a stand against your corrupt government. This is a stand against every corrupt organization of which is lays within this system that is completely corrupt and has to be dismantled. There is no choice. There is no option. You understand? Because, well, your government's corrupt and they're tyrannical, and you continue to see every day that they continue to push the what fair on us, actual Americans. Everything is aimed towards us as Americans. There is nobody else who even has a slight issue or problem. Anyone else is just basically the government looks at them as a commodity. That's reality. Okay. The fact is, at the end of the day, that all these neighborhoods and communities have been facilitated by your U.S. government 100%, and they are raising and creating armies. Okay. That's what's happening. And they're creating armies of ignorance. Okay. This is why we don't get along. This is why you all sit there and you're fazed by my strength and my presence because it's like the world is one big village, right? The world is one big village, and I'm the pauper who turned to the prince and to the king and the pharaoh. I had to climb up from nothing through the ranks, and nobody expected this. Nobody expected, the pauper to turn into the prince and to the king, and real. Then they didn't realize that he was the ruling emperor in every lifetime, and that I would come back to reign again. I'm the pharaoh reincarnated, bro, the pharaoh of Egypt. You people are in for a very rude awakening. You vastly underestimate me. Like I said, there ain't nothing but toughness here and straight gangster. Nobody's nice here. You understand? Nobody's playing. There's nothing fake here. I don't have to be docile. I don't have to act innocent for you. Everybody knows what it is, right? So again, let's see. This is what I do for a job, buddy. I actually like pay myself through this to do what I'm doing. And like I said, I don't do it for money. I do it because it's God's will and God's work. And you know something, I heard a quote online I heard the other day that would really, really hit home and really made sense to me. It said, when you have a dream that exceeds your budget, God's not looking at your bank account, he's testing your faith. Keep pushing and everything will come together. And that's what I do. I can feel the money coming. I know that God is going to provide the money. He has to, because this was all his idea and his dream. This wasn't my plan. This was God's plan. So as long as I'm following God's plan and I'm doing God's work and God's will, God is who will have to provide me the budget to continue to accomplish his will. You understand? Things do take money in this world and they require a budget, but you get that budget through God. If you require that budget by any other means, then, well, it's kind of clear you're not going to heaven, right? So where are you going? See, I don't have to worry about that. I have a crystal clear conscience. You understand? I've suffered enough in this lifetime. I don't plan on doing much more suffering. I plan on excelling and succeeding and thriving. The readings already told me this will be my best month yet, right? And all y'all is upset and you want to be all up in people's business. You can't stop nothing and you don't control nothing, bro. I think y'all know that you're talking to a Lord. I think you know my power, and I think that you're looking for an excuse and you wish you could use it against me, but you can't. I'm not here to fit in or assimilate. I'm here to protect all these communities, protect these people. This is what I do for a living. Nobody else protects these people. I do. Okay. And I am literally the biggest deal since white bread. That is the truth. You understand? We will continue to present the facts. We will not back down to anyone. And this organization does not play games with anybody or about any matter. Anything further? That's what I thought. All right. So, like I said, when you speak to the mob, make sure you address me as who I am. I'm the mob. Okay, we ain't took an L yet with nobody, and we don't back down to nobody. We don't ask no questions, and we don't play games. You 100% correct. That's who you talking to. Next. Okay. So again, let's see here. So the U.S. funds domestic, you know what, right? They do fund actual, you know what, fair, right? And the only reason I talk like this is because YouTube's hypersensitive, because again, it's owned by the US government. So think about how unfair they are. They won't let us talk and speak freely. They want to exercise creative control, but yet they're doing whatever they want willy-nilly in a whole bunch of illegal activity. We walked into a system. I was born into a world, into a system that was completely unfair and a complete joke. Don't blame me for the way the system is. I'm here to change it. I'm here to completely dismantle it, restructure it, and replace it with a new system for this entire government and entire world that will feed not only all of New York, not only all of Texas, but every state within this country. And then we take that to the entire world. I'm here to create this hell that you people have made back into a utopia and transform it. That is my purpose on this planet, and that is what I'm going to do. And nothing and nobody will get in my way. I won't allow you to. I will not let anybody stop me. I've never let anybody get in my way. I'm a straight gangster. I'm G'd up for real, and everybody is soft. Feel me? That's why they dance around, they drive around, they want to look. You're looking, you with your looking self. They want to look, they want to play games because they all know what it is and know what time it is. It's vengeance time, baby. With your boy the Batman, that's right, because God rules this world and all of y'all is peons. And guess who's God's vessel? Me. Anything I do is divine law and divine justice being enforced. Y'all better catch up. I can't do no wrong. You understand? God don't care about your courtrooms. God don't care about your fake laws and your fake rules that you twist for your convenience. God cares about justice. You understand? It's that simple, and justice will be had. I assure you, real true justice. Real true justice is not pretty, it's very ugly. You understand? All these people are wrong. You're all evil. You want to sit there and watch me while you're evil and you're hiding? Go ahead, but you're hiding and you're running nonetheless. I told people my enemies will run for the rest of time. Okay? Because that's reality, and that's exactly what's happening. Okay? I'm not these other people, and I'm not no YouTuber. So again, let's continue on to the next point. Like I said, I'm so proud of who I am and myself. It's unbelievable, right? But these people, they all have shame-based disorders and insecurities, and they're all a complete joke. What is the purpose and point of view? It's like all the so-called women. All the so-called women are a joke. What? You all deal with your oppressor. You all are in fake relationships that aren't relationships. They're relation, you know what a dog does on the grass, right? Literally, you all have nothing going on for yourself. You have not only horrible taste, but you don't have taste at all because you're not even functioning adults. You're not even functioning human beings. And most so-called women don't even realize they're women or the power they carry or what they have or who they are or anything. Y'all are all just completely delusional, make absolutely no sense. And that's an actual fact. And who created that? All these organizations, your government, with their programming, with their delusion, with their negative, fake, shaming rhetoric, that no one cares about who's a grown man. I'm 35 years old and I've been grown and awake my entire life. I'm an actual awoken being. Awoken beings don't follow gay society standards. Oop, I said it, sorry, but that's what they are. They're whack society standards, societal phrases, and corny slogans that people ain't trying to hear and ain't talking about. The fact is that we have rules over here. When people talk to me, you have to come correct. You start talking to me crazy, like, no, we don't play that. I think I have a history of that last I checked. Well, check my rap sheet, right? People got to talk to me right. I don't care who you are. So, like I said, the US has funded all of this. They funded all of that and they funded the cartel. I don't care what anyone tells you. If they tell you anything different, they are lying. You understand? Just like they funded the active you know what that was put on Kennedy when Kennedy tried to stand up just like I am and disband the CIA. I'm not Kennedy and you will not do me like Kennedy, I assure you. Okay? I'm not Kennedy. I'm not Tupac. I'm an all out gangster and a monster. I don't have any fear and I'm indestructible. Try harder. So, again, and the fact is that they haven't tried. Everything they've done is hiding. And that goes to show that what? The cartel is soft. Every gang and organization is soft. Every single one of your organizations is soft, and they're all US funded, and it's all these cowards, and they're who's funding all these families. Half these people wouldn't have homes if it wasn't for the cartel. That's a fact. If it wasn't for the drug trafficking that's going on and the child trafficking and human trafficking, which is $1 billion industry, all these people wouldn't have any money. They wouldn't have a place to live. You understand? That's why they're so worried, because they know that their system is crumbling and all of you are just bottom feeders and you're like them guppy fish on the bottom of the ocean, like plankton on the coral reef. And you're upset because I'm coming through and I'm taking down the complete coral reef where you have nothing left to eat and nowhere to go. Not because I'm a mean guy, because it's what you deserve, because you're evil and you're living off of other people's pain and suffering. That's called righteousness, right? That's called justice. See, I'm not the bad guy, I'm the good guy. You people are the bad guy. You people are all evil. See the point? So again, this is why you do evil things and cowardly things. That's why a good righteous man stands on business up to all y'all's face, and all y'all do is run away from me and back down. Every single one of you. And like I said, it gets ugly, bro. It's been getting ugly. I don't know what you mean. What? We supposed to sugarcoat it for you? For what? What? You talking to the mob and we supposed to sit here and play games with you when we have a little cute YouTube channel to make it look cute for y'all when we shut down illegal organizations hands on? Can you read? Can you hear? Do you understand English? Hmm? So, like I said, ICE made arrests the other day. I don't know how many. I think it might have been like 8 to 80 or something like that. I'll have to look again at the post, right? But they made arrests at a cartel after party, they claim, in South Carolina. Cartel has people stationed all over this nation, all over the world, right? And I'm going to go deeper into this in just a minute, right? Another thing, let's see here. Some of my notes got messed up from my tea. I'm a little agitated because of it, but it's okay. It'll be all right. We'll get through this. All right. Um, 10 months ago, the Sinaloa cartel leader, El Mayo, was arrested in the U.S. I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying here. The El Chapo family defected from Mexico. This was a little bit back in the past, not too long ago, I don't believe, from Mexico in a deal linked to a Chicago case. Okay, meaning that they're all rats and snitches, right? The son took a plea deal. This is actual documented fact. That's all that the cartel ever does, is snitch, rat on each other, do it to each other. It's a system that eats its own. They have absolutely no loyalty. They don't run anything but their mouth. They only run what you people allow them to run because you're cowards and you back down to cowards. That's all. They use tactics of intimidation on the people who they can intimidate. When you're dealing with someone like me who can't be intimidated and we run the streets, the fact is that how can you be rats and snitches, have rats and snitches that work on 6th Street in bars? You have rats and snitches that work in Chicago and cities all across this country. How can you be a bunch of rats but then claim that you're going to stand up to me? And then what do? Gang stalk? That's cowardly. That's following people around behind their back, hiding behind a system of law designed to protect you. You're not brave. So let's get the facts straight. The real mob is who runs this country. I am the mob. The cartel doesn't run anything in this world. I do. They're just some little rats. And that's been reality for the past, I don't know how many decades and years. And that's why they try to over proportion the story, take it out of proportion, make it something else while they do their illegal activity to try to silence the people, right? With their fake intimidation. Like, I'm not saying that things haven't happened, right? Because you all work in collusion. Because what is the cartel? Just like the Illuminati, it's just people who sold their soul to the devil. The devil cannot inhabit only one being. The devil inhabits multiple people. There's legions of demons. Just because demons work together doesn't make you tough, buddy. It makes you a coward. You see, you pull your games with the people you can pull it with. Some people like me, you just can't pull it up with. You can't play games with, right? So you don't even try. And when they do, like I said, they've all received a rude awakening, gotten G checked back down to their face, and they've all been terrified. They all have gotten a reality check. Let's get real. I took on gangs in the street, brother. Okay. And won every single time by myself. What are you talking about? I took on the cartel day one a long time ago and defeated them single handedly. What are you talking about? What? That was way before the Batman stuff. The Batman stuff was recent and new. These people have an issue with basic reality. Like I said, I told you when I told you y'all are trying to pretend online and play games with people that's impossible. No, I see. I'm not going to entertain something that's fake and an insult to my intelligence and what I've accomplished. No, people know who I am. These people are jealous because they understand the power that I carry. They understand who I am, and you want to be me, right? You want to be royalty, but listen to how cowardly you are. You want to use who I am against me, my aggression, my power, my rage, well, everything that got everything done to be me, and I'm a lord. So you want to use that against me, and you want to turn me into something else in a different story. Right. So you're underhanded and you would do that to anyone. So why would you ever succeed if you don't want to let anyone else succeed and be themselves? Y'all people ain't never going to be nothing. That's why you can't afford a hot dog. No, I think people like you are embarrassing. You understand? There's no way that I can respond, or there's nothing I can do. You're 100% right. I'm powerless with individuals like you, cowards, because I'm an actual lord. I'm an actual gangster. I actually am the real thing. So, of course, I cannot say or respond or anything because I have everything to preserve and protect. And I understand that there's laws in place. I understand the system that you're hiding behind. So I would never take bait or give you what you want when I have everything to lose. So, like I said, quit playing a game and trying to dance around and enforce people to play a game with you that they're not going to play. Why don't you step up and be real? Because nobody's going to step up because they all cowards and they terrified. You understand? The reality is, at the end of the day, reality is reality. Proof is in the pudding, man. That's why these people, they want to repeat my words, repeat my phrases, but you're irrelevant. Y'all aren't even a part of this conversation. Y'all ain't even none of the people in the streets that we already came up against and won. So why are you speaking? Exactly. Next topic, right? It's the same topic. Let's see. They say that cartel controls 80% of Chicago's illegal street drugs. I've been saying this forever. I said that all you little homies, right? All the little homies in the culture, all the little homies, they work for El Chapo. Yeah, all the ones pumping on the block in Chicago that want to act like a G'd up and gangsta. You work for Mexicans. Where the hell they do that at? Where? Like, how y'all going to talk about there's going to be this going on? How you going to stand up to people you work for? And why do you work for them? They're cowardly like you. They ain't special. I'm telling you, bro. I had somebody back down from me just the other day again, bro. You boys is running and hiding. They literally running and hiding, like hiding behind stuff. Y'all is scary, bro. Every single one of you, bro, is a joke. Y'all people ain't never had nothing. The other ones, they've been in modern day slavery forever. They've been in slavery forever, right? So have the other ones. They ain't talking about nothing. Like, what are you talking about? What have you ever run? I don't understand where this fake machismo, fake toughness comes from people who've been owned since day one and work on fields. You still work on fields, 100%, yes. And I tell you all to your face, I don't know what you're talking about. They act like we live in a different alternate reality. This is the problem, bro. This system has enabled these people like down here for so long that they are so delusional. They think they running something. Boy, let me tell you what reality is. And anybody can come see me to my face and I'll tell you what it is, right? But learn the law and learn how to not bother people. People ain't gonna put up with nothing. You feel me? So, like I said, what's up next? Let's see here. So El Chapo's family had to defect from Mexico in a deal linked to a Chicago case. The son took a plea deal, meaning he's a rat. What? But you ain't talking about this. So why do you come online and project and call people names that apply to you and that they're clearly not, and try to put false jackets on people, knowing that that's a violation? that's not tolerated at all. I mean, there's no tolerance, there's zero tolerance for any of the things of which people have tried to get away with, whether it be online or any of that. Like I said, that's why all I care about is reality, what happens in my face. And in my face, everybody is super polite, respectful, and they know that I'm the mob. They know that I'm a gangster regardless, even if they don't know me, because they can tell by my demeanor and how I speak and how I carry myself and who I am. I'm not acting. Okay. I'm the real deal. I'm with whatever. 24 hours a day. I don't care, bro. Trust me, nobody has nothing for me. So again, this is the crazy part, how people want to front when all these things have been proven on camera for decades and years every day. I'll talk as much as I want. I'm a free American citizen. This is my job. This is what I do, and I'll continue to do it. And how dare you ever try to sit there and try to bother me because, oh, I'm doing my job and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't work for you. There's no one around here that runs me or can tell me anything. What are you talking about? This is like anywhere else in the country, Bo. I run everything. I do what I want to do. I'm a boss. Now, next issue here. Let's see here. And it's the same issue, but we're going over a couple of different facts. 17 relatives from Mexico, okay, connected to the El Chapo family. 17 relatives had bags they believe filled with thousands of dollars of U.S. currency. So how does the government not work with El Chapo if they let him escape prison through a tunnel? They make up fake stories. Clearly, they helped him dig and create that tunnel. Common sense, right? You can't dig a tunnel through a prison without the prison knowing about it. Smart one. Just like the inmates were released from that Louisiana jail or wherever, right? And that dude is on camera. What's his name? Antoine something or whatever. Man, I honestly wish that I could speak with him too, and he's so slow. I'm gonna go into that in a minute. I'll go in on him. Antoine Massey, the ignorant fool that he's got tattoos all over his face, and he's not scary at all, and he's just a regular dude, and he claims that he's being targeted and set up. I mean, and you had no hand in it whatsoever. He's saying he's completely innocent. Okay, I'll give it to you. Let's say that that's true. Let's say you're completely innocent. You're still ignorant as hell because you didn't ask the real people like Batman who can help you. You asked Little Wayne. Little Wayne. What's Little Wayne gonna do? Little Wayne, Big Wayne, they all the same. What's Little Wayne gonna do? He gonna put on his cape. He gonna save you. What's Little Wayne gonna do? Does he know law? Does he stand against corruption for a living? No, but guess who does? Batman. See, you little niggas be running to the wrong people. Let's get real. You run to the wrong people. Why don't you run to the dude who can save you? Your savior, your Messiah. Why don't you run to me? That's why I look just like Jesus, because I am. Why don't you run to me? Oh, but you gonna run to Little Wayne. What's Little Wayne gonna do? He gonna sing some autotune for you with his grill? He gonna do some cough syrup? He said, I was the ring bearer for Little Wayne. Little Wayne should come and save me. He has Donald Trump. It just goes to show you how ignorant prisoners are. I told you they're a joke. You deserve to be in there. That's why they did that to you. If they played you, you deserved it. See, you don't even deserve your innocence. You really don't. You know why you don't deserve your innocence? Because you're still so ignorant. You run to the oppressor. You run to the people who did it to you. Little Wayne, okay, is a guy who sold out his community and his people. This is why they want to silence me and don't want me to talk, because they know I'm going to say the truth. Little Wayne sold out his entire community and neighborhood wherever he came from in Louisiana, and all those people sold them out, meaning sacrificed them all. And you're running to him asking him for help. Notice how slow they are? They're never going to wake up and realize that their oppressor is their own. Your oppressor is yourself. Your oppressor is your own. Like I said, when we got to Africa, them people had themselves in bondage before we ever touched foot on that damn planet, on that continent. Okay? And my people, I was Spanish, so that involves Spanish, conquistadors, Spanish, and white, right? European. That's all my descent, right? So that was my DNA. My ancestors did it, right? And they went over there. We showed up on that continent and looked at them and said, look at this ignorant, silly, drinking Mountain Dew, like Ralph Bottles says, mess. And we looked at them and said, if you already have yourselves in captivity and there's clearly no other use for you because you're ignorant as hell and slow as dog, you know what? Maybe we should go ahead and hold you captive. That's what they did. And use you and utilize you to pick the cotton on the crops so that the damn crops can be picked so that everything is good and we making our money and our bread. How in the hell was that not a smart decision? I would love somebody to explain that to me. How in the hell is that any other term or a dismissive term, which is what all of you are, because you're all clearly discriminant, and we've proved this here on my program and in reality and to your face. So How is it not smart that if people are already doing it to themselves, numbskull, maybe you should take advantage of that and use that opportunity? And they didn't have to take advantage because guess what? Y'all wanted to be enslaved. Mm-hmm. And then you make up lies and say the women were blah blah blah. No, the women wanted us. The women sold you out, just like they do every day. Them good old black women. They continue to sell out their own. Do they not? Do they not? Do they not sell y'all out every day for not even for pennies for free? They can't stand you. Your own women can't stand you. You know why? Because they'll never forgive you. Because when all that happened, you never stood up for them. That's the reality. That's why you deal with white broads. You know why you entertain and deal with white broads and why they entertain you? Because they have no loyalty to their own because they're a damn joke. You understand? I'll never even understand them because literally you're entertaining a stereotype that's not even true. The stereotype couldn't be farther from the truth. I'm walking proof. I don't care what people do with their time. I for sure don't care what so called women do. But it's kind of odd that none of you have any belief in yourself. It does nothing to do with the men of your people or your group. It has to do with you. You just can't stand yourself so much, so you sell your soul and you sell out to a system. And it's clear that there's an enforcement. If you go online, even on YouTube, there's an enforcement of trying to enforce stereotypes. That's some internet stuff. But in reality, most of you niggas be going to clubs and you get rejected. Do you not? Do you not? And when the white broads entertain you, they only entertain you for a small minute and they entertain you so that they can use you and take advantage of you. And then most of you, honestly, most of the fake relationships that are mixed, right, between those two groups, right, most of them end up on the Channel 7 news because they end up doing each other in and going at each other, right? And then they literally end up making the news every time because the white broad betrayed them because there is no loyalty. They're just using you. And using you for what exactly? That's the better question. I'll never understand them. I'll never understand why you exercise a stereotype because of brainwashing and why none of you realize that you're actually brainwashed. See, I don't care what so called women do because they're brainwashed. I don't care what brainwashed entities on this planet do because I'm an awoken being that can't be controlled. See, they don't date or entertain you. When they date you, they do nothing with you. Let's get real. They don't date you or entertain you because you're good looking. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, look at Jay-Z with his big lip. Look at Nas with his dog-like mutt features. You're not exactly good-looking people. Let's get real. They don't entertain you because they like you. They entertain you because they've been brainwashed by not only societal slogans, right? But by the Illuminati themselves since day one. They've been brainwashing y'all for decades in every way, shape, and form that you can possibly brainwash a people. So what are you talking about? Like what? And I believe 100% that they use religion to do it too, but I'm all for Christianity and Catholicism and for God, right? But I think religion is still a tool that is used to control the masses through fear. I think that God is pure love. And I think that when people say, no, that not that this entity or being is love, no, yes, he is. God is actually love. We're supposed to love each other. That's what source is. There's a real God, but he is love. It's an entity called love. And we're supposed to love each other. That's why you have all these kids out of wedlock or whatever, out of these broken homes and broken relationships, and they're all miserable and all they're doing is spewing hate, just like you have all online. Why do you have that? Why do you have all these little homies online who run they damn mouth and ain't never going to be about nothing and weren't raised by men clearly and aren't men because your society was integrated right by the brainwashers, right, which are the wannabe elites who aren't actually elite. They're just people who demons are possessing and actually working through to administer this control from the devil. Correct? They say I talk real fast, but if you listen, I ain't got to slow down for you to catch up. Am I making a mistake? Am I okay? Can you hear me good? Next. This is why people want to silence me because I have a gift and I'm the best at everything that I do. Right now, let's continue further. So they let them get thousands of dollars in U.S. currency. Who do you think provided them with that currency? How are you able to carry thousands of dollars in bags and move and take a plea deal if the government's not allowing drug trafficking? Ooh, ooh, got him, coach, got him. Right, because who put the drugs on the street in the first place? We all know anybody who has a brain and studied this stuff forever. We've known that for decades, for my whole life, right? The government. You created the crack epidemic, you created the heroin epidemic, then you do a blank on drugs, which was all fake when you're who created it. That's what the government does. The government creates the issues, then they pretend they're coming in to solve them. Government has done nothing but lie to the people since day one. The government is the enemy. I don't care what anyone says. They're who funds all these organizations. That's why I got targeted by the government because I'm an innocent person that was just trying to live my life. So now I've woken up completely to the system and how it is, and that you are, in fact, the enemy. There is no other enemy. You've been the enemy since day one. These civilians, they're just mere obstacles. The civilians you're just using to put in the way. Isn't that their exact behavior? To put in the way and get in my way. Right. And we're sitting here trying to be nice to the civilians and say, hey, yo, we're here to help you, but you need to move out my way. And that's how we're going to continue to handle it, because I don't care how mad a civilian is, you're still nothing more than a civilian. And even if you're a horrible person, I still think in my heart that, even if you don't deserve it, for me, you deserve to be treated well. So, like I said, that's why I don't play games with internet trolls who I don't know and have no connection to me. I could care less about you. I'll always treat everybody with kindness because I have a job to do on this planet. So, like I said, when people want to say things and express themselves in a certain manner that's not tolerated, my only thing is stand on it. Has anybody stood on it yet and said anything in front of me? No. Okay, next topic. Um, let's see. So he cut a deal, right? Meaning he's a snitch, right? I think this was the Guzman. One of their names was something Guzman. It was like Video Guzman or something like that. Okay. Furthermore, they've created it where it's a topic called narco, you know what, another word I don't want to say on here, right? They've elevated dealers to that level of what you all do, acts of domestic what? Fill in the blank. Okay. So they've elevated dealers with that terminology, narco blank, right? Narco whatever. And they've elevated the dealers to the level of that, right? And that's all fake because it's all designed to make it look like the system is doing its job. Do you understand? El Chapo is a snitch. That's why they put their family on TV. See, this is what I figured out a long time ago that you people don't understand. I realized that all the governments are interconnected. You all still want to discuss and talk about Kim Jong Un, but Kim Jong Un eats dinner with Donald Trump anytime he wants. Kim Jong Un issues illegal statements to this country every single day for absolutely no reason and no purpose, right? And yet nobody does anything about it. Why doesn't someone like a Batman stand up to Kim Jong Un? I definitely can. I definitely can G check Kim Jong Un. I know I can have him terrified. Yes. Same with Putin. Same with all of them. Anyone. It wouldn't matter who it was. Any official, any president. Like nobody is above reproach. You understand? Nobody is incapable of being G checked and having to respect someone and respect somebody's country, right? And it's just a fact. That's exactly what needs to happen. And then you all try to place fake laws to silence people, right? Who stand up to the people oppressing them. That's everything they do is hiding. It's all hiding on this system. Like they're like this is like we're all Jedi's and this is Star Wars, and they're like the Sith Lord just sitting there engaging their control and manipulation. Like eventually the Sith Lord, people gonna get sick of his antics, right? And somebody gonna get pissed off and you know what I mean, and stand up to the Sith Lord in his face in person. Clearly, right? Right. Eventually, some ant is going to wake up the rest of the ants in the world and realize we can stand up to these grasshoppers straight up, like in person. Yeah, and that's what it's time for, 100%. So, like I said, I'm a real revolutionary. All these other people are armchair revolutionaries, right? I am not sitting in an armchair. I'm sitting in a beautiful. It's not really a lawn chair either. I don't know. It's got a cup holder. It's better than your chair. All right, continuing on further here. Let's see here. Okay, Cyrax. He took one to the grill. Apparently, just found out about that. Poor little Cyrax. Okay, Cyrax really needs to work on his teeth. Don't talk about my teeth. My teeth are fine. I just brushed them. I for sure don't look like Cyrax. That boy looked like he got some old musty fangs that smell or something. Boy, it's crazy, right? I took on a truck. Yeah, I took on a truck. When y'all be running your mouth, I don't let anybody run their mouth about me, especially like that and things I've been through. And then y'all try to change the story. Yeah, this and that. This happened. Yeah, we don't allow none of that though in reality in front of my face. So what's up? We binge check people for that, right? So that's what I thought. So like I said, nothing will be tolerated online that y'all can't say to my face. Same treatment, same rules. All right. So yeah, Cyrax apparently he took an L to some guy named Big T, who they're calling low testosterone, right? Who apparently went on a scooter and a bicycle for miles or whatever, and then he begged because this is the future of the internet. The future of the internet is these people have no money. They ran out of all their money because they spent it all trying to stop me because they're so slow and their so-called cult leaders are ignorant as hell, like that one that acts like she's a bull and I could just put up the red curtain and you're going to keep coming and all you do is just keep on going like a bull, but you ain't doing nothing. You just basically running into something over and over again. Like it's the slowest person I've ever seen, and that's your country. Your country has a bunch of failures in it with no money, right? Because they spent all their money trying to stop me. And the money they got was maliciously gotten too, and it was all malicious inheritance that they collected, right, through foul play, immediate 100%, and they need to be investigated, and they will be investigated when this federal lawsuit is filed. When this federal lawsuit of mine is filed, I'm taking it to the Supreme Court. I will make sure that investigations are launched on every single agency, every corrupt department, and every single one of you. You understand me? I promise you now. Now I'm done playing. You understand? Because all of it needs to be investigated. And I want to actually assist and help with the investigation 100% because I'll be able to point out every little detail, exactly what's going on, and nobody else can. That's why I'm Batman. Yes, 100% Batman will be on crime scenes, will be allowed to walk into crime scenes, the highest profile ones, at some point in the future. It's common sense. Because, like I said, the world has to have, it's not even a choice. They need actual vigilante justice. They need justice. It is not a option. It is a requirement and necessity. Okay. Nobody can stop God's plan. So again, let's see here. So yeah, Big T, low testosterone. He biked for miles in the heat. He's a joke. He looks like a joke. He had some little fake chain on. You're another silly little homie. Nobody fears you people on the internet. I need you to really understand something. I am so many light years ahead of you. Okay. And as far as being a gangster and being tough, we run the streets. I've paid all my dues in the streets. I've been all over the nation. I run everything everywhere. You people are not even like mice. You're like below pond scum. Just understand that. So, like this acting like regular civilians can get on YouTube and run their mouth to me, no, you don't understand. You're trying to get around all of reality of what's happened. I'm not a YouTuber. You will never make me look no way, never fade me, never make me feel any way. Because it doesn't matter what we say and do on YouTube or what concerns anything. I mean, the fact is, at the end of the day, none of you are ever going to do anything but run your mouth. You're soft, bro. And that's all. And that's all I've told people. I've been doing this for almost 15 to 20 years. Have you all seen anybody do anything with or to me? Ever? Have you ever seen anyone even entertain that? No. And I've been talking all of the truth. These people talk smack. I talk the truth and I call everyone out and I walk right down your block and challenge all y'all in person and get up in your face. So we know who the tough guy is. That's been solidified. So there's not, oh, we start doing fake talk. No. See, that's the thing. It wouldn't matter what you did. It wouldn't matter. Let's say even if I took a loss, which we know I never will, it wouldn't matter because you're not coming from a place of reality. I don't know how many times you got to explain reality to people and why they act like they don't understand basic common sense. You have to make sense. Yeah. See, I don't, my words are not in vain. Your words are in vain. My words matter, yours don't because you clearly can't think straight. Get stable. All right, stability. Maybe they'll sell it at your local grocery store. You can go purchase some stability, mental stability, because that's what all of you need. All right. Rob Rack still has no job. He still can't get a woman. I mean, looking like the Grinch. How would you be able to get a woman? I mean, with his fake nappy braids that literally look like they fall out at the bottom of an eyelash if you even touched them. It looks like you touch them and the little braids would just crumble. He's a joke. They're continuing to try to fund his little Roach Motel drug funded hotel room. All those are drug funds as far as I'm concerned at this point. I'm pretty positive that half and most of those donations that those people receive and live off of, they're all living off donations. I believe that all of it and most of it is drug funds, 100%. So what's up? That and from trafficking. And these people traffic themselves. I know because I witnessed it firsthand in Houston when I saw Try Lee, and Try Lee was making excuses. Okay, sitting there saying, yeah, I'm going to a job interview, and you're all tired because you don't sleep, right? And you're sitting there every day lazy as hell and don't want to get out of bed and just want to sleep all day. And I think literally the sister, the hunchback sister, was trafficking her right in front of me while we were actually supposed to be dating and in a relationship. Yeah, that's how sick these people are. Ooh, you really did it to me. You really showed me, sister. Right, chicken legs? Right? The half sister got an instant karma with her boyfriend who she was arguing with, right? And they went through their own incident, right? Which involved like a small chandelier or something like that. Then the boyfriend G checked the hell out of Ashes, and Ashes was running from him terrified. That's what happened. And the day that I showed up over there, right, there was some corrupt pig out there talking his nonsense. And I G checked him and told him, no, I'm here to see whatever who I'm here for, right? Then the other dude tried to talk smack and then he got locked up right in front of his face. And I G checked him too and let him know what it was right in front of the corrupt pig. Next. Mm-hmm. Tell the truth. about these stories about what happened, right? Then Chicken Legs was trying to run me off of the lawn afterwards when she went ballistic and woke up one day and said, all of reality isn't reality and you're not who you are because I'm mad and I work for all these other people because, and like, isn't that a symbol of somebody completely like broken who's not ever going to succeed or have anything? Those people were trafficking you. Literally. That's what they were doing. And that's how that half sister makes all her money in Houston and sits there and brags about it. She does a bunch of illegal activity. The hunchback half sister should be investigated. That house is right there, like right there, bro, off of DFW or whatever, and they doing a bunch of legal activity in that house. And no, that's not called anything else other than saying the truth. And people can say the truth and speak the truth, and you can't do nothing about it. We don't know you. What are you talking about? See, these people try to whine and twist reality and take law turn. You don't know the law clearly. Like what people can open their mouth about reality, bro. Like what? You see what I'm saying? And you see how I give a general description? Yeah. See, it's a little different than what you do. It's a lot different, right? So let's see here. Grinch can't get a woman. The Grinch who stole Christmas, he won't give Christmas back. Rob Rack, he's very miserable. Like I said, all he does is go back and forth to prison. He thinks he's trying hard because it's hard for him to not get arrested. And this is the future of blacks. Let's just get real. It's the future of African Americans. It's your future. Your future is jail and prison and drinking 40s and smoking Swisher Sweets and Dutches and making it nowhere and getting nowhere. Your future is continuing to support corruption and work for the cartels. So you work for these people. I'm down here next to the border of Mexico. I run everything down here. They run their mouth. But you actually work for these little 3 foot tall shrimps. That's reality, and that's the pecking order of this world and reality, and always has been and always will be. So what do you mean? See what I'm saying? They acting like I care where I'm at. I know exactly where I'm at. Why would I care if I run everything and they all scared of me? See the point? This is how I made a name for myself down here. People know about me. People know who I am. People generally still like me, right? Even though I say the truth. Why? I don't know, but that's cool. More power to them. That means people are building character, right? Isn't that what America is supposed to be about? So I'm white, so I'm supposed to come down here and I'm supposed to kiss up to you. We're in my country. This is America. What? I'm not in Mexico. I didn't go into your country and then act spoiled, rotten, and not respect the soil, but you all did. You came over here and sure did that. And this is my home. This is my country. I'm sorry, but what? I don't care how close we are to the border. This ain't Mexico. That's why I don't go over there because it ain't nothing but a bunch of riffraff, right? All they're going to have is some Latino women. That's about it. Other than that, y'all don't really have much. What do you have? Drugs? I don't want those. I don't do them. See my point? You have a bunch of nonsense. You're not scary. Okay, what you do is you target people. They definitely target white folks down there when you cross the border because I've heard stories in the hospital about white boys and they coming in talking about how they got robbed. Okay, like yeah, I mean stuff like that can happen. It happens every once in a blue moon, right? But it don't happen to me. It'll never happen to me. I assure you that because I'm not your regular white boy. You see the difference? You see the difference in who's who? You understand? Like, see, you don't hear about the mob getting robbed. You don't hear that. People can say what they want. People did a lot of things behind my back. That's about it. But nobody does anything with me in person in front of me ever. You understand? And honestly, like I said, that's another thing they tried to wake up and start trying where they thought they were going to send agents and thought they were going to try to do that. That failed. Everybody got back down and ran away, right? People got ran off street blocks and corners and everything. So it's like when I say I've never been robbed and never will be, I really mean that. Not that I have a whole lot to take right now or anything, because I don't, but I'm just saying I'm a rapper, bro. I came up as a gangster rapper. We can't get robbed. We can't. It's not possible. I can't. How am I gonna make a gangster track and talk? Yeah, see that's y'all. Y'all's group do that. The blacks do that. They'll go get robbed and then go make a track. Yeah, I'm still mobbing and I'm masked up and I'm wearing my hoodie and blah 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 nonsense. And I'm really just a slave running my damn mouth and I wear a slave chain because I'm a slave. But you see me, I'm not gonna sit there. I'm a white man. If something like that happens with me, I'm gonna swallow my pride. Real talk. I'm not gonna like me personally. I mean, like I said, it'll never happen because I'm just built different. I'm telling you the type I am. I'm the type you ain't taking nothing from me. I don't care what I have to go through. I don't. I don't care. I don't care. I have everything to lose, but I live like I have nothing to lose because that's not an option for us. We had to be that way. See, I got everyone against me. I don't have one person against me. And this is the thing. People thought that I would back down. People thought that I would turn soft. No, now I'm going to make it a habit of making y'all enemies. Now I want all the smoke. Now I'm going to make sure that I make a habit of making enemies because I thought I already had done that for years. I thought people knew better. But now you got a bunch of regular, like I said, regular cowardly people, nobodies, okay? Actual nobodies, and everybody wants to feel entitled to their opinion. That's the other thing, too. Just because I'm on YouTube doesn't mean I'm at your discretion or your mercy. I'm going to say this again. My name ain't meant for your mouth, cuzzy. Keep my name out your mouth, and I will tell any of y'all to your face. I don't care that you watch me on YouTube. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a gangster. So there's some YouTubers you can play with and act like it's all cute and it's entertainment. And I'm gonna tell you something. The other day, yesterday, when I went out as Batman, there was a lot less honks. People are listening. People are understanding that dude ain't nothing to play with. That dude ain't joking around, bro. That dude is coming. Like, it's clear what I'm coming for, bro. And I'm coming to take mine, bro. I'm not here to play, bro. I'm not here to be nobody's friend. When I walk in the room, you better keep my name out your damn mouth, and I will gladly let anybody know and G check them to their face. See, that's the thing. I'm about reality and action. Y'all ain't giving me no opportunity to get busy. All y'all want to talk behind computers and phones, like Young Buck said. He said, y'all niggas is crazy, man. Y'all is crazy trying to hide behind these TV cameras and stuff. What's up? I ain't had nobody do nothing, say nothing to me. Everybody's super nice. Hello, Mr. Sneed. Would you like another crumpet? You want another cheddar biscuit? What would you like there? Would you like some sugar with your coffee, Mr. Sneed? That's how people talk to me because I'm Mr. Sneed, right? Good old Mr. Sneed. Good old Mr. Sneed ain't nothing to play with, right? Good old Mr. Sneed don't never stop delivering this gangster stuff, this real thug stuff. They can't handle this real thug life. Real talk, that Sneed, he a thug, right? That's all it is. See, people know who I am, brother. You ain't gonna do nothing with me because people already know who I am and how I get down. I'm not supposed to be myself. They want me to not live in a home. I'm supposed to live in a basket in a trash can like Oscar the Grouch every day. I'm grumpy because I'm in a trash can. I live in a trash can. They want me to live in a trash can because I'm me and I got the human spirit in me, and they are so pale. They look like they have like nothing going on, like no DNA, no humanity. Like, that ain't my fault. And you still can't rap, huh? And you still want to be a man. For real, pathetic. All right. Next topic here. Let's see here. So the Grinch can't get a woman. That's not a surprise. Every time he's kind of like Red Pill too. He got a lip thing going on where he's like, I'm Rob Rack. Batman needs to worry about getting some teeth. You need to worry about not being a paraplegic because that's what you're starting to look like. Okay, stroke mouth? I mean, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, like, you kind of leaning over there, like, like you like French toast. All of them are a bunch of decrepit invalids. By the time, I mean, most of them ain't like most of them. Let's get real, they're dropping like flies. But most of them, if they make it to about 50, 60 years old, I mean, they're gonna look like this, like what's his name, like that one guy that touches the button to talk and all that, like the one that was stem cell research or whatever. That's like, you need to go get some key Tyree. That's all of them. That's Rob Wax. Them boys can't even move. He don't even exercise and get outside. Like, come on, man, it's ridiculous. And stop talking about clothes. You see this shirt? You see this dragon shirt? Look at it, because I got the spirit of a dragon. Right? A bunch of stuff you can't afford. Boy, stop it. Stop acting like we ain't wealthy, bro, just because we do things a certain way. And I move around and we struggle. Like, bro, you crazies, huh? Oh, it's funny as hell, bro. All right, let's see here. I had thousands of dollars worth of shoes too. Those got thrown away for no reason. It kind of sucks. That's thousands of dollars, Air Jordans, all that. I had a whole shoe collection. It's all good. But like I said, let's see here. Then there was some other dude they were interviewing. He was a you know what man, right? And he was talking about how he was in maximum security prison. He talked about police corruption, which is a major element on all this, because without the corruption, you wouldn't have all the trafficking and all the stuff going on. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of people across this country are not doing their job. Why has the FBI, Fed, CIA, whoever not launched an investigation into seeing to it that people are actually doing their job and they're not supporting illegal activity? Now, they every once in a while they'll catch about 10 of them, but that's not enough. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just don't have faith in the system, you know? Then they told the Chapo family, you're no longer this, that, you're now the you know what, whatever, like acting like they're turning on them. Like, the system eats its own, man. I mean, you created these people no matter what you say. I mean, you're still who's responsible. So to sit there and that's what they do. They'll act with fake bravado. They'll get on a mic and a platform and act like We're standing up to them. Every time you try to stand up to anyone, it seems like you get owned and you lose. I mean, just being honest, look at what happened in Dallas. Y'all didn't exactly win that one, buddy. Real talk. And I went to Dallas like sometime after that, and they were all talking about it, and it's like that's a big deal. I'm just saying, like, if I had my way and I ran all of this, I would run it a completely different way. I would have investigations launched constantly and people being watched and monitored to make sure that they're doing their job. I would make sure that they're not doing nothing illegal if their job is to stop illegal activity. So it doesn't make any sense. So like the way I see it, like literally just like with any company, since I'm clearly smarter than all of you, and just like I told people on here day one, and they was mad at me on YouTube because I said reality, I can run any company better than anybody. I'm an actual genius, certified in the books. I'm smarter than all y'all put together. So and either you can put me in charge of every agency across this country and you can see a major change, or you can have me expose and dismantle the entire system. You pick your choice. And quite frankly, I enjoy dismantling it a lot more than I would working for them. You know what I mean? Real talk. And Christina don't like y'all no way. I don't have respect for none of you, bro. I think that it's a crappy career. I think that it's a joke. I think that the fact that they try to look down on other people and act like they're judging me is hilarious, because that's like a military person judging me. You went to the military. You were licensed. You got paid by the governments and the agencies who literally are the ones who put the drugs on the street, who are all corrupt. So you're corrupt. I don't care what you say. You're corrupt. If not, you're just completely slow because you work for a corrupt system. So don't talk to me about how we're all friends and it's all good and you decide anything for me. You don't. You can go ahead and skedaddle and keep it walking. And I'm not your damn friend. That's what it is. It's not this readings of, oh, there's a different reality and you're supposed to be nice. And no, I'm not at anybody's mercy. I do what I want to do. See, I don't. You don't need to like me. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to shake up the world and shake things up and have people understand reality. I did too much in these streets for anyone to sit there, some stranger, and try to talk to me about anything, bro. People can't even approach me, bro. Like that's the fact. Like when you work hard at something, why would you let anyone disrespect your hard work? Do you come from where I come from? Much less if you want to look down on me for being a human being. How that makes sense? So y'all ain't never been in the street. Y'all ain't never had to eat. Y'all ain't never had to go do something. Like I don't understand. Like what are you saying? Like y'all people they want to be in a delusion. Like it's not possible. Y'all look at the world with a jaded lens and none of it exists. The way y'all look at things, none of it exists, bro. It's totally different out here. That's why people need to go outside. Real talk. Y'all need to get outside more and quit running your damn mouth. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying like these people, they don't talk direct. They all cowards, bro. Like, yeah, you can't twist reality, bro. That's why it's frustrating, because none of you have any life experience, and you talking to a 35-year-old with more life experience than anyone. Bro, I've been in hoods. You know the type of stuff they have access to in these damn ghettos? Do you have any concept? Do you understand what people in the hood can get their hands on and how easily? I've been in Atlanta hoods. I came up in the Bluff for real and was going back and forth with people in the Bluff. I was in Bankhead walking around. I was the boss in Bankhead. I was running dudes off corners. What? I pulled up to gas stations. You got dudes with long white tees, and you already know what they got on them. And I'm pulling up in my truck by myself. Nothing, just me. What? With homeboys that I just met, and they talking about who you with, asking them who you with, and I just give them the look, the you know what stare, right? And I got the beanie on, like I'm like the white 50 Cent. Real talk. If you haven't noticed, I actually live that. And I give them the little stare and they just kind of all back up and let me be. In the hood, in the ghetto, and I was going to clubs, backing down whole gang crews, gangs, mobs, everyone by myself. What? Sometimes in collared shirts looking like Justin Timberlake, look like a gangster Justin Timberlake just went in the club and G-checked everybody. I really do this, bro. I really am not afraid of nobody. I really come from this. So when people is like want to run their mouth, that's all cute, bro. Put your money where your mouth is. Either put some money up so we can do a boxing match, because I'm tired of y'all. They want to fund some trolls who don't even know how to fight. You want to fund that nonsense? No, put some money up so we can see a real match, bro. Put your money where your mouth is and sign the waiver. I've had about enough. Now it's not even sign the waiver now no more. Now you got to put up like at least like $1,000 to $5,000 as a group. Y'all need to put up 10 racks, right? And then sign the waiver, and we can do it in my league. My league is no nothing, no twisting rules, no cheating, no nothing. It's straight up boxing, bro. If you're gonna win, you're gonna win. We could do rounds. We could do whatever you want to do. You're gonna lose. I don't care who you are, bro. Put the money up. Put the money up. Put your money where your mouth is and quit running your mouth. Don't sit there and illegally text me on Cash App talking about I'm afraid to box. I'm afraid to what? I'm sorry, but what? How would I be afraid to do something that I challenged you to do? I challenged TJ to do that. He's a snitch. That's why I don't talk to you. I would never box you because you don't have no respect for yourself. That's reality. What are you talking about? I'm who challenged you. You didn't want to do it, bro. I was busy. I told you what I had going on. You was the one making excuses. Oh, I can't come over here, right? Because you didn't want to do it. Projecting. Want to call people names out their name as a coward. What? Behind a Cash App. What the hell? That's some nonsense. All right. So, like I said, people know what it is, man. Everybody knows reality, bro. Let's see. So this system eats its own, just like I told you. They constantly eat their own. He told a horrible story about what happened in that prison. Okay. He said they were playing basketball with somebody's you know what. Yeah, that those crews, the cartel, all these different gangs and organizations, they eat their own. That's the reality. Just like the Joker says, he's these so-called civilized people, they'll eat each other. That's a fact. That's actual fact. Joker was kicking actual truth, right? Let's see here. He said they're only as good as society allows them to be. It's a fact. Like he was spitting some truth, bro. He said, don't act like you're one of them, even if you want to be. You're not. It's a fact. So y'all don't get like I could be Batman. I could also be the Joker anytime I want. Like real talk, bro. You people funny as hell. I'd be a hell of a Joker, right? I'd be the real one though. Trust me, bro. You think Batman's scary? Think about a Joker. You know, funny as hell. But quite frankly, I think Batman is scarier. I don't know. I don't know. But I think Batman is scarier. But I'm righteous, man. Let's see. He said there was theft, Grand Auto, a lot of muggings. He grew up in South Central Compton, right? And then y'all try to paint these neighborhoods like they're so bad. You ain't that bad. Compton ain't that bad, man. Compton is just another ghetto in another hood. Go to Bankhead, bro. Bankhead's worse than Compton. Compton is just like they said. He was saying you got to watch where you walk, what colors you wearing. You don't got to do anything. Okay, y'all just ain't used to know real people that come from outside your little sad, dilapidated, doing it to yourself all day, ignorant village, right? That will actually stand their ground. I guarantee you, I could walk in Compton with a rag of whatever color I want and be all right because I don't play. Yeah, I did it in Dallas. What are you talking about? In Dallas, I was wearing a red rag. I'm not affiliated with nobody. I'm not claiming nothing. I'm Dolo, right? They ain't do nothing. What? I challenged dude right in his face, right in front of the shelter. He ain't do nothing. They wanted to play games, and then Champ just grabbed it. He wasn't taking it from me. Champ was like, me and Champ are homeboys. So he thought he was getting me out of a situation, but he was still acting because he knew he wasn't getting me out of a situation. He knew that homeboy wasn't going to do nothing. He knew I was tougher than him and I would have won. And it was the dude out of prison. He was a fake blood because all y'all are fake. Ain't none of y'all real. You don't operate off original intent. He had a lazy eye and he thought he was tough. So he kept running around trying everybody, and I wanted him to try me. And I said, "What you gonna do? You just gonna stand there all day?" I tried him right in his face. He ain't do nothing. So then Champ took the rag. So it was really Champ enabling his behavior because he was hanging out with him. He was trying to play on both sides of the fence. But Champ apologized to me later for that anyway. Like I said, I'm a real person in the streets of Dallas. I'm a real person. Like that's the thing. When you people start running your mouth, you don't understand hood politics. You don't understand the blocks that I go down. People really know who I am. I have history. I'm a real person. I'm not saying I can't be touched. I'm not saying I'm this and that. I'm saying I'm the real deal. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying when you talk to me, you deal with the real me. You deal with the dude who backed everyone down and ain't never took an L in the street. That's a gangster. That's somebody that people run from. That's not somebody play with. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying no, I've done the real thing my entire life and I don't give me a pass. When you see me, do not give me a pass. Straight up. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care what I'm doing. Do not give me a pass. Y'all think you G'd up, you think you gangster, get to it. Straight up. Try me. Don't do this fake stuff. Quit talking and running your mouth. Quit going online hiding. Get busy. Straight up. Because what happens is if people ever do cross that line and pretend, right, they all get G checked and they all find out reality real quick. They all find out who the actual mob and who the gangster is. I don't need no bat suit on to be gangster. I don't need none of y'all to do bad by myself. You feel me? So the truth is, like I said, Tyree Sneed really runs the streets. I'm the most dangerous man walking the streets, like Frank Lucas, literally, and it's all legal, right? And I created a legal hustle to take this street stuff and take the streets to the internet, to the suburbs, to everybody's face, to all of white America, to the valley, to everywhere I go. And I'm challenging all of you head on, straight up, telling you I'm in the street. I'm in my bat suit. It's bulletproof. Let's get it. That's why I invented this. There's no more room. Can't no one talk online at all. Do not type nothing to me. There's no reason for you to talk unless you a coward and you running from me. Feel me? Get in the street and get busy. That's why I did invented this, bro. I get busy in the street, bro. Y'all be really running your mouth, bro, acting like things are this and that, bro. I take drugs off of people, homie. Straight up. I'll tell you what it is, bro. I take things from people. I do what I want to do. Straight up. And you won't do nothing about it. You feel me? Yeah, you people is funny, bro. And I toss it away. I throw that away. I ain't never gonna keep nothing on me. Feel me? I don't do drugs, bro. I could care less. I ain't gonna let people peddle drugs and move weight in my communities, in my neighborhood. You 100% right. Yeah, I dismantle gangs with my bare hands. That's what I do. I get busy. I'm not one of these fake niggas. I'm not one of your fake little homies. I'm not your friend. I'm an actual, like, I'm basically like an independent organization at this point. I'm Batman. I funded all this out of my own pocket, and this is a service for the community and a service to help people. And these little snitches sit there and act like they got some. You ain't got nothing. Yeah, that's what Batman do. Batman does it all the time, bro. What are you talking about, bro? If I see people moving weight, moving drugs, whatever, like, yeah, no, you think we're gonna sit there and put up? You think we're gonna call people who don't do nothing? Y'all is funny as hell, bro. What? And they act like what you say matters, bro. You everything that you talking about. First of all, do you understand that you have to prove that? Y'all people funny as hell. You know how many people getting G checked in these streets? You know how many people getting told and shown what time it really is? Sorry, but what? All y'all little niggas is funny, bro. Like real talk, bro. That's what we do every day, bro. Like I said, I go out in the street and I get it in. I'm the real Batman, bro. What do you think Batman do? That's what Batman do, bro. Batman stops all these people from making their little fake living. Real talk. Not because I don't want to see people eat. I want to see everybody do well, but you ain't going to do it illegally. And you ain't going to do it doing all this stuff in front of my face. No, you're not. What would you do? What would you do? You ain't tired of it? I'm tired of it, bro. All them people trying to live above their means, talk above their means. Look at that sad dude that I already exposed publicly the other day on here. Like said his name and everything. Straight coward. All y'all know who it is and what it is. All of them, they all connected, and half of them are people I went to high school with. Y'all don't realize, like I said, that St. Joe has a lot of people that claim they're cartel. I don't even believe that y'all are the cartel personally, but if you are the cartel, like, okay, so then there's a bunch of cartel within what? This entire radius you're saying then is filled with cartel. That's what you're saying. You're saying that this is a cartel based neighborhood. That's what you're saying because there's a lot of people I went to high school with right around. So is that what you're saying? Y'all can't even get your facts straight or your story straight because like y'all are cartel. So cartel runs and hides. So cartel lives beside the actual mob and the gangsta and is scared of him. Enough said. That's your reality. Cartel is sad, man. I don't know why anybody would rep an organization that is a complete joke. You understand? So, like, yeah, nah. If I see anybody in the street, whatever, whoever I see in the street, like I said, whatever, it's whatever, bro. Like, I ain't got to do no talking. I ain't got to explain nothing. We all know what time it is, bro. Yeah, Batman get busy, bro. I ain't doing no talking. I'm not a nice guy. I come prepared to play. I'm ready. Feel me? That's how we move. So, like I said, that's the thing. See, we over here getting it in action. That's what I'm saying. These people want to get online and hide and pretend like people can say my name, even. Like, bro, I set too many examples. I've scared too many folks. I've gotten too busy. I've done too much. See, you're not wanting to talk about how many of these altercations I've won. You understand? I've been fighting my whole life, bro. Yeah, we don't won, bro. I'm not someone who talks tough. I talk about what I do. So what do you mean? How can I talk tough if they're all examples and they're all set? And then you're sitting there and you wish you could get me in trouble for what I do, like some little rat snitch. You're pathetic. Yeah, you can't snitch on doing the right thing. No, all I do is defend myself, bro. You know how many fights and altercations I had in high school? You know how many altercations I had in these streets and won every single time? How do you think Batman was created? You think that Batman doesn't do the real thing because I don't show you? Why would I show a snitch that's a soldier boy running telling? Why would I do that? Bro, I've done my thing all over the 50 states, bro. Did it in Minneapolis. I did it in Green Bay. What are you talking about? You know, remember when I was walking through all them streets in Green Bay when y'all was dropping me off and I was walking through all the bad blocks and nobody do nothing with me? I did it in Turpin Springs, Florida. Walked down all the hoods, the blocks, through Merck City and all that, through the circle where they're all slanging, right? Pulled up with a bat in the circle. Got out the truck with a baseball bat. What? I'm sorry, but what? Why don't we just say the truth and get the truth out there, bro? Yeah, I've been in high speed chases. I've been in pretty much anything, bro. What are you talking about? What? Y'all is crazy, son. talking to me, running your mouth to me. Yeah, I've done it all, and I'm free as a bird, and you can't do nothing about it. Yeah, real G, straight up gangsta in the building. You know about this, right? What's up? And we don't do no talking. We don't explain to nobody. We don't talk about nothing. So, like I said, that's my problem. When you get fake people, they want to run their mouth and they don't want to respect the people who really do what they do. Boy, I ain't playing, man. I'm not gonna play them games, bro. Like I said, people better stay away from me, dog. Real talk, you know what I mean? Because it's whatever. Like you see, that's the thing. People talk, we lead through action. People talk, I get busy. Everything I'm talking about too, you can't do nothing about. Like I said, I told y'all a bunch of stuff that I've done in the past, bro. I went to head with actual gangs, bro, and had dudes crying and pissing themselves, literally. And what are you talking about? You talking to the mob, bro. You understand? See, that's the thing. These people, they want to get online. They want to play with gangsters. Don't play with me. Go play your Nintendo. You feel me? We don't do no talking over here. And that's the thing. When I explain it enough times and I'm doing it the right way and being nice, don't think I have to. You understand? So what's goody? Hmm? Yeah, exactly. Because people know what it is. All of them. Here, all that weird bug. But yeah, this is what happens, bro. You know, when people are sad, when people are pathetic, when people have nothing going for them, and they can't build, and that's the country that's been produced, is it not? I'm just telling you reality, brother. You mad at it? Don't be mad at me. Be mad at reality, right? So, like I said, they act like this is some little community. Like I care what people think locally. My channel is a worldwide channel. I'm speaking to the whole world. I have when I turn on this camera, this is a outlet and a feed to the entire world. I have to talk about reality to a T. Like I said, I'm a street dude that I've been in so many crazy situations, so much things where my adrenaline's pumping. I've had more altercations than any street nigga that ever existed. I am the most thorough street nigga who's ever walked this planet, and I'm a white boy who I'm a Spanish nigga. I'm not white. I'm Spanish, and I'm half Mexican, and I got a black name, Tyree. That's who I am. I'm not just white. You can't just say, "Oh, he's a white man." Yeah, I'm a white man because I'm proud of my white side, but I'm actually technically not just a white man. You're trying to subjugate, right? Because you're racist, and we're not. We're all about unity. We're all about helping people. We're all about working together. The last thing I look at myself any day is, oh, I'm a white man. I look at myself as a human being with a soul. I look at myself as what I am, which is Batman. When you see me in that bat suit, I'm in my pure real form. I'm just saying the truth, bro. These people drive around every day, bro. I talk about it every day, bro. People drive around every day going to a 9 to 5. You're a joke. I'll gladly tell any of you to your face. I think that you're a joke. I think you're a joke because y'all don't break bread. You don't participate in help. You don't work together. You can't even get them to help you with nothing. They won't do nothing. They just sit on their fat you know what all damn day, sitting there talking smack. If you're watching me, you're all good, right? Y'all got everything you need, right? It's like the other dude who acted like he was a friend and he was a fake friend and he was sitting there and he was literally playing with some illegal thing on Facebook right in front of me in the other room. Like who does that? That makes me feel like you trying to set me up. And then he pulled something else out one day and I had to tell him, bro, I care about my life. You better put that damn thing down. I had to G check people to their face, bro. I'm an actual gangster, bro. And then later on, when I asked homeboy, hey yo, like I'm struggling right now, can you help me with one little thing? Oh no, I ain't got nothing for you. But then it's oh you can you can do what you can come over, you can hang out with me when I want. I'm all right. I'm good. I think that's why people don't deal with you, right? Nobody wants to be around an alcoholic who's reckless and then like putting me in a bad position. Nobody wants to do that. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Real talk. So that's the thing. It's no love lost. It's no more love. It's no more showing love. It's no more being nice to anybody. It's putting all y'all in your place and letting you know what it is. The reason why I cut off ties with everybody like that is because it was necessary because y'all ain't helping me and you ain't seeing my vision and you ain't trying to help me to get where I need to be. First, it was this fake stuff. Oh, yeah, you can do this. Then it was, oh, we're going to change all the stories. Oh, I'm going to unfriend you, unfollow you. I'm going to, whatever, all this nonsense. Like, yeah, because all y'all was fake in on it together. All these people, like I said, all these people worked against me because I'm like Jesus. I'm God's second son. Real talk. You better ask somebody, bro. Y'all better start talking to God. God will tell you straight up for you. He's gonna tell you, yeah, that's the new Jesus Christ. That's my second son. That's who I am. I'm the Messiah. I got betrayed by every single one on you in this pathetic little planet and didn't bat an eyelash. Okay. Yeah. You saw what happened through my stomach and abdomen when y'all called Seton Hospital. I'm still walking and breathing. How's that possible? What? I got a hole through me. Smart one. Yeah. Through me. Yeah. What? And I'm still walking and talking and still a straight gangster G'd up in the streets running everything? Oh, but I'm not tough? Oh, but you want to give me a hard time? You think you could? Sorry, but what? Somebody's going to tell me what to do? What? Why would I care about anything if I survive death? Smart one, you better get real with yourself. You better understand what's happening. Y'all believe in ghost stories because you in one. You're talking to an actual, like I said, an actual vampire and a mortal savage. Y'all talk about demons. What do you think Batman is? That's what they say in the movie, right? They're like, it's a demon, right? It got horns. If God had the idea for Batman and Batman got horns, that makes me wonder. Okay. I'm just saying, it makes me really start wondering and thinking, like, what the hell is going on? Because God is a good person. Like, he's a good, God. Really, he's not evil. So it's like, why would he have Batman with horns? Like, doesn't it make you think sometimes, like, was the devil the good guy and he's the one, like, you see, like they're trying to do to me, this is what they do, and they're trying to give him a bad name? Is that what's happened? Doesn't that make sense? To me, it makes sense. I mean, it really. I know, like the devil is real and he's not good. He's extremely evil and he's a coward. But it's just kind of odd that he would use the horns. Isn't that weird? Like, I think horns symbolize knowledge and power and awokenness. I don't think that they represent something bad necessarily. Now, the devil may have horns, and he's evil as hell. But I think that it was always a crown they wore in Egyptian times too. And I think that's why I was hand selected to wear it. See, y'all look at it and you're like, oh, it's just a mask. Oh, it's made of plastic, whatever it is. Well, that's fine, but I was crowned by the darkness, and that was the crown that God gave me. And look at how durable it's been. Look how it's held up every day. Look how, like, it's lasted me, bro. I had one, I lost it. It flew away in the wind one day because the wind is crazy, and I was driving the scooter or something and just lost it, and didn't notice or whatever because I was wearing it on top of my head or something. But my whole point is, I mean, it's held up and it's built to last, and it's actually protective. It actually works. Seriously, the whole suit works for everything I need to do, and I don't need no protection, bro. But that's my whole point, man. Let's get real, bro. If you want me to speak from a real perspective, bro, I came up taking things from people. That's really how I came up. I came up just like the way they try to portray, like Vin Diesel in that movie A Man Apart. That's really me. That's why I use them quotes. Like, I know how the real game works. I know I had one dude, the one younger guy, he told me, remember, he tried to work for the cartel. He's in prison on 10 counts. He tried to say, I know the real people. No, you don't. I know the real people. And I know the real people, and I actually don't lean on them or talk to them or affiliate with them. And I put them in their place before, and they were always jealous of me because I was always rich. The real people, trust me, I've seen things. I know who the real is, and I definitely know who the household names are in the valley. And the household names in the valley are a bunch of cowards. They're not people who are about nothing. If they were doing dealing in the valley, it was all some, like I said, fake stuff because of corruption where they were allowed to do it. Do you see my point? It wasn't like, oh, they're real dealers. See, that's the thing. These people want to take credit away from what I'm saying. No. If you're a real dealer, you have to go through the stress, right? Which I don't know anything about. I've never been a dealer. I've never touched drugs in my life, so I don't know anything about that. Now, I came up in Dallas where I was around it a lot, where I had to see it right in front of me and stuff. Dallas has a lot of drug activity, but I never wanted to be around it. I never did it by choice, and I was just trying to like live off Craigslist and do what I needed to do and have a place to stay. And it would end up being like actual dealers and stuff. You know what I mean? And then they went to prison too. They got into a fight and went to prison right in front of me and were begging for my help. But my whole point is, I've seen every aspect of the game, right? But my point at the end of the day is, we didn't come up the same, man. Like, we didn't come up the same. Like, I come from real survival, bro. I had to really be built tough to survive in the street and make it this far. I've been in hoods in Florida, like the hood that they set Extension up in, and all that happened. That's one of the hoods I come from. I come from all them hoods, like Hialeah, Homestead area, right next to Habitat. I was in the ghetto in the projects in the actual brick jungle, meaning we lived in like brick adobe built buildings with no, just running water and no lights. I've been in the hood with all the niggas, eating ramen noodles and working out every day with them and getting into it with them and fighting with them. Like, I came up like that. Y'all didn't. You can ask them about me, man, if they still around. You know, a lot of them they don't last long out there, man, because like I said, that's a you know what zone out there. Florida is like worse than Afghanistan. Realistically, it really is, bro. And I saw somebody get you know what car to car right in front of me, and I had to sit there and wait. I tried to wait, and I think I sat there and waited, and they didn't need me anyway. But like it was pretty serious, man. It happened right in front of me. I was driving my truck. Two people got into it, and the ambulance came and everything. So when people say they know me, you don't know me, bro. I have a ton of trauma, man. I came up in the real hood. I come from the real hood. I've had pain, bro. I've seen people get done in right in front of me a lot. Not once, quite a few times. Saw it in Austin too, man, right in the armpit. Dude, right in the armpit. I was watching through the glass right there at the arch. Stuff be happening right there in front of the arch, bro, because it's drug related. So the little gangs they get pissed off dealing with them little fake. They using them little homeless dudes as little drug mules, and they get pissed off and they come through, and then occasionally they strike and they do something. And I watched it right in front of me, bro. Bro was screaming, writhing in pain for about an hour. I don't know if he even survived. I have no idea. I watched 5 people, you know what, off K2 in the same day on that block. Watched tons of people get hospitalized, rushed to the ambulance off K2. I've seen a lot, man. A lot of pain, you know. So when I say I'm Batman and y'all want to say, oh, it's fake, well, you better watch your damn mouth. Straight up, bro. You better watch your mouth. Feel me? You know, you're not gonna see. That's the thing. I'm like a hood nigga. I don't care what people say, but you ain't gonna disrespect people's pain. That's my issue. You're not gonna disrespect the hood. You ain't gonna disrespect the ghetto. You ain't gonna disrespect, especially people who I had love for or got love for or people I lost. I don't play like that. And y'all want to play like all y'all Takashi 69? Cool, then pop out. Because Takashi 69 don't pop out. He hides and he broke. So that's the thing. People trying to copy a paradigm, which is the worst thing to be in the street. Because Takashi 69 is a target all over this country and world. I don't care what you say. He's a walking target to people in the hood. That's the truth. He's a snitch. He's a rat. And what it proved is just that all the gangs are fake now, and none of y'all have the heart to G check him. Okay. Well, why do you think they don't have me do an interview with Takashi? Why do you think they won't put us in the same room? Because they know better. You feel me? Like, no, you can't put people like Takashi 69 next to me. You can't even have. If you put me and Drake in the same room, there's going to be a problem. Oh, there'll be an altercation. I guarantee it. Feel me? Anybody. The only person that I would give they respect a little bit would be 50 Cent, just because I like him. He's still a federal informant, but because of the way that he carries himself, I like. I'm a man's man. I like when a dude carries himself like a man and is a man. I give respect to other men. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like he plays a lot of games, but I give him respect to an extent. And I still think he's a clown and a bozo, like oh, and he's fake as hell. But I just would give him his respect. I feel like he's still accomplished something. I give him his credit. I feel like musically he was awesome. I'm a fan. I like what he's done. But he's about the only one. You put me in a room with Drake, guaranteed problem. Takashi, any of them, bro. Any of them little niggas. Any of them. Who else? Little Nas X. That would just be funny though. I'm not a mean guy. I would just kind of verbally tell him off and tell him reality. A lot of them they don't anger me, but some of them do. Drake, hell no. Who else? I'm trying to think. That what's his name? Little Flip. I don't know if we'd get along or not. I would try with him. Ti, I would try, but if he said the wrong thing to me, I'd get to G checking because he's soft as hell too. He's a cupcake. He's like 3 feet tall and got corny, ugly braids. And like I said, he's married to the to Miss Piggy, to the Muppet. I would literally get in his face and tell him, boy, if you don't get yourself a better looking goddamn woman right now, like, oh my goodness, if you don't cut off them ugly corny braids and get you a fade again and get on your Ti stuff, I swear, bro. Like real talk, I'd be so mad at that boy. It's crazy. You feel me? Real talk. I get mad at him, bro. I'd be like, what the hell is you doing out here, boy? What you doing out here, General? It's crazy, bro. I'd be like, if you don't get out there and cut your hair and get a fade and start and get you a real chick that look good, boy, you know, I wouldn't be mad at him, but it's just ridiculous, man. You just wasting talent, bro. Like real talk. Like you got a bunch of women say Ti better looking than most of them niggas because none of them are good looking. Let's get real, right? So, and you ain't gonna do nothing with that. You go and get Miss Piggy. That's the best you can do. Like I'm just saying, like I don't think I respect Ti. He's a snitch completely now. Him, no, I don't have any respect for. But at the same time, I'm just saying I'm a good guy, and I'd be like, you deserve better, man. You can do better than that. I mean, come on, bro. It's getting ridiculous, man. Like that's like marrying Jamil nuts. Oh, for real, real talk. Who else? Who else could you not put in a room with me? Um, that's the whole thing. When people want to sit there and say, "Oh, well, he's just talking. He's fake." Okay, but they know I'm not fake. Like they're saying it and they're trying to act like they're joking, but they're trying to piss me off. Like, yeah, I don't play like that. Yeah, you all know it's real. You know it's not fake. You couldn't put me anywhere near Hassan Campbell. You know what I mean? Just being honest, bro. Like, I'm gonna be in New York, bro. I don't know what people think, man. Like, Hassan Campbell, like, we gonna cross paths. I'm sure I'm gonna see you at some point. You feel me? Like, and that's the problem. Like, it's never with me. It's never like, oh, it has to be an issue or has to. No, I don't talk like that. I don't carry myself like that. I'm the real deal. But him, he's nowhere near my level. See, that's the thing. Like let's say Hassan Campbell was walking in New York and I'm walking and we run into each other, and I'm like, really? I'd just be like, yo, why you flag my channel? Like that was corny. If he tried to get all gangster with it, with his fake gangster stuff, when he literally is like the Michelin man, he ain't nothing but chubba loves and flubber everywhere. Okay, then it is what it is. But that's on him. And the problem is, this is the thing. People talk like that, but I'm gonna take that back. That's not even true because he's a snitch. So I would still have to watch my actions. That's the sad part is that I'd have to look scary regardless. And that's the thing. Y'all talk about like the gangsters are have to do gangsta stuff repetitively. Like, no, gangsters don't get themselves in trouble and indict themselves. No, they don't. That's not what gangsters do. Gangsters are smart. If I'm a gangster and I'm above you and you're a pigeon and you're nobody, it's not Campbell is a joke. He's just a big flubber. It's a big fatty boombalatti. He's a big cow. Man, like I'm not gonna get into it with this song camp. First of all, it's not fair to him. It's not. It wouldn't even be close. Why would I do that? I'm not gonna do that. I'll just talk to him nicely, and I mean, I would kind of check him. I'd be like, bro, why'd you flag my channel? Like, I think he's mad corny, and I'd probably tell him to his face. But like, I'm not trying to get him all agitated so that he can start his fake gangsta, nonsense. Because that's the point. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not, bro. I'm not a bully, man. I'm not gonna sit there and pick on dudes that I know can't come close to me. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I do this for real, man. This is what all this training for. Like, I'm a martial artist. I make a living fighting. I make a living fighting, bro. I'm 10-0 in my own league. Like, that's my thing. All y'all want to run your mouth on YouTube, bro. Put up some actual bread, man. I'm all for that. I've been up for that for every year, though. I made that clear. Y'all act like you can't hear, man. Like what? Put up some money, man. That's the next thing we need, bro. Give me a boxing match, dog. But put some bread, some real bread. Because I'm gonna tell you how that boxing match gonna go. No matter who it is, they ain't even gonna touch me one time, and they gonna lose. And it's gonna be a guaranteed KO, whoever it is. Mm-hmm. I can pretty much, I can pretty much like guarantee you that. Unless it's just somebody who actually has skill and y'all found a jewel somewhere and actually found somebody who really big, strong, and talented and can take a licking and keep ticking, that's the only way. But other than that, I don't see it. I don't see anybody being competition. You know what I mean? And if I lost, I lost. I don't have a big ego. These people try to create who I am and say that I'm someone I'm not. I'm extremely humble, bro. If I took anyone can lose. If I take a loss, I would want a rematch. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, to beat me and to be on my level, you'd have to be a bad dude, bro. I'm just being, oh, you'd have to be a bad dude. I 100% not think, but know I'm the best in the world. And I mean, even if I went into MMA, UFC, anything, especially boxing, though, it's not even close. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, bro. I saw a video today, Michael Jai White. I got to remember or find it again. He was talking about some weird name dude, and he said that he was the only one who makes a living off fighting, and he had the coolest scene in a movie with somebody. And I'm like, that makes sense. It was like not Benny Hanna, but it was some weird name. And he wasn't like a big guy. He kind of looked like me. His hair was long like me. Like that's how martial artists look. And he moved kind of like me. And he was super quick. And I was actually impressed. I need to find that video again if I can and see what the name was. But that guy, whoever that dude is, I've never heard of him. I give him credit. He looked like he knew what he was doing. Now that's what a martial artist looked like. And Michael Jai White said, he said, I don't make a career off of fighting. He's like, I'm an actor. He said, I respect people who do it too much to lie. That's a good point. Peach tea. So, like I said, what I do helps people, man. When I talk, people should listen, man, because I'm telling people the truth. You understand? But who else? Who else could you not put in a room with me? You for sure couldn't put Rob Rack in no room for me. Rob Rack's ran his mouth too much. You wouldn't get a pass, Rob Rack. You don't get a pass. He talks too much of this fake gangster. I mean, you're 300 pounds. You're a 300-pound tuna, bro. I mean, to think that you could. I mean, I could literally stand there in front of you and you could try your hardest and you still wouldn't be able to do anything to me. I don't know what he's talking about. That's the 300-pound tuna. Who else? Pretty much any of them, bro. They ain't got nothing for me. But as far as dudes that I don't know, people who like rappers, you couldn't put most of them in a room with me at all. I wouldn't put up with any of their games. I mean, I try to be sensible and nice because I have rules to follow. You know what I mean? But I just wouldn't play their games. That's the thing. I don't walk around challenging people like, nah, but if you challenge me, good luck. Good luck. Because you're going to lose. You feel me? And all these people know that. All these YouTubers, they already know that. They already know reality. They know that when it comes to martial arts, I'm the king and the god of this game. When it comes to fighting, I'm who invented it. So anybody, like Conor McGregor, probably couldn't put me in a room with him because the minute that he said anything slick, I'd 100%, I would turn. I'd go 0 to 100 quick. I would love that opportunity. Can't stand his little leprechaun self. He's a little midget compared to me. That's all. I'd be looking down at him, pointing at him. See, that's the thing. Y'all trying to paint people like something they not, bro. He's a little midget, bro. That dude's a llano. He's a joke. See, that's reality. See, y'all are mad at reality. You mad because you know I'm 6'2" and like 150 pounds pure muscle, and I'm an actual machine, bro. My name on here is a real name, bro. I'm really that. Like what? So how are you gonna compare that like a real ninja to a midget? Like I don't go up against midgets normally. It's not my thing. I don't pick on midgets. So who else? Him, Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz would find out real quick if he ran his mouth. What the hell is that bug? It's a scary looking bug. Get off my chair. Get off of my lawn. Hell off my chair. I don't know where he is. Yeah, Nate Diaz, I wouldn't put up with none of his antics. I was gambling out there in Vegas. They said he walked right by me. I went to try to go look for him in the bathroom too. Yeah, I ran to the bathroom because I thought he went in there. I think he did, and then there were so many people in there. Like I lost him. I couldn't find him. I didn't know where the hell he went. I was just going to say hello. Because I mean that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Not that he's some huge star, but just to meet, one of them. Like I've never met any like whatever any of those people from the TV. I never met. I'm not like starstruck. I don't care, but it's just like it's something to do. Like it's that's an accomplishment. I've never met any of them. I just wanted to meet him. Thought it would be cool. I was dressed way better than him. Had a lot more money than him. I mean, he's nobody to me. You know what I mean? But I still thought it would have been cool. I wanted to talk to him. I mean, that's the thing. So anybody who claims to have an understanding for martial arts, I would want to talk to. You know, I just think he's not anything of what they try to make him out. All he does is lose. The other one, Jorge Masvidal, you definitely couldn't put me around. He run his mouth too much, and he's soft as a cupcake. He's never done anything. I don't know what he runs his mouth for. Uh, Kimbo, I would give his space. Kimbo's not around anymore, sadly, because they targeted him and they did that to him. It was intentional, but Kimbo, I'd give Kimbo his respect. Straight up, I'd give Kimbo his 5 feet. I wouldn't mess with Kimbo. Now, if he wanted to to get out or whatever, and he was like super angry and started running his mouth, I would do it. I wouldn't back down, and I would probably win, but I was just not someone that I would be mad at. Usually, the more like real people I get along with, like the big dudes, the gangsters, like I usually don't have a problem with. But that's the thing. I'm a man. I'm gonna show respect to men. That's why I don't like punks. You understand? Like, no, you show respect to men. You show respect. Like, if somebody's bigger than you generally should show them respect. You know what I mean? Even if you can take them or you can win, you still should show them respect. That's just how it should be. You know what I mean? It's not out of fear. It's just out of love. I like Kimbo. I thought Kimbo was cool as hell. I would have been nothing but supportive. You know what I mean? But who else? I really don't know much of them because I don't be watching TV like y'all. Who else even is there? Uh, Ronda Rousey. Uh, I'd probably just put her in her place verbally. I'd be like, you think you're tough, you think you're a fighter, but you're not. Because she's not. She's nobody, bro. Like, that's the thing. You got these people, like, I know right now you probably have that one weirdo vampire face talking about, yeah, Ronda Rousey with blah, blah. Like, see, that's the thing. You trying to talk and you know what you saying don't make no sense. Like, reality is a whole different wavelength, bro. Like Ronda Rousey has a lot of work to do, bro. I could train Ronda Rousey, but she's really not very talented. She's not. She's just bigger than most of the girls, so she's able to push her weight around. Like, yeah, that works with people you're bigger than. You understand? But like I said, it just is what it is. It is what it is when you're the best, when you're actually the best in the world and you're the real thing. People fear you. You know, people don't know how to act, so they're trying to look for a way to. These people spend hours, days, months, years trying to find a way of how they're going to come at me, what angle they're going to use to come at me. You know, on through YouTube, talking digitally. Don't talk digitally. Talk in front of me. What is there to be scared of? I'm not running around like getting at people. I'm not doing that. You understand? Nah, it's just y'all would be out of line sometimes. I'm minding my business, bro. I'm a good dude. I try to be all smiles on my face and positivity. I want people to have a smile and have a good day. Um, but don't think that I didn't invent fighting. I invented that. Trailside Drive in Austin, Texas. That's where it came up. You better ask about me. It's all ask about me, bro. Feel me? So I told y'all what happened out there. I told you when I built the little bamboo house and I was like 3, 4 years old, and I told you what happened with the bamboo stick with my neighbor and how they have to drag him back to his house. Yeah. Come on, bro. Because you know what? Came completely out right here in the knee. Completely out. I was like 3, 4 years old with a bamboo stick. That's not normal, dog. That's some superhuman strength. So when people want to run their mouth, it's like, you do understand what you're talking to, right? Like, I may look like that. I may look cute and nice and like a normal white guy. I'm not. Trust me, I'm something else. So, that's the thing. Like, I understand actual power. I mean, look at the training I do. I never get sick anymore, pretty much. I think because of the way that I train and the way I treat my body and the things that I take in and just how I take care of myself. So, on a very low budget, I've taken great care of myself and I've transformed my actual health outside of what I deal with physically that I can't do anything about because you people did it to me when you called Seton Hospital and you're all going to prison and people are going to lose their job and go to prison. Yes, doctors, nurses, they're all going to prison. Yes. And like, if it wasn't for that, my health would be top notch right now. And I mean, it still is my actual health. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. People should be learning from me. They should be listening. And I give them the game, man, but they don't want to listen. They too busy hating, being jealous that people don't want to listen to the God body soldier, right? So, like I said, that's my whole thing. I don't have any back and forths on YouTube, man, with peasants that live in roach motels. I just kind of, conk on them anytime I want on here, and I guess they mad when they the ones who run their mouth. I'd be mad too if I lived in a roach motel every day and had nappy hair. Oh, it don't get no better. Where's Cassidy when you need him? It don't get no better. Our love, it don't get no better. Right? Here we are getting paid, making money. This is what they don't want me to do. Cool. I'm going to do it every single day then. Hmm. Have y'all tried this? This stuff is delicious. Contains no juice. I don't like that, but what's tea? So I guess it shouldn't contain any juice. But I wish it had like real peach in it. But really good, man. Probably not that good for you, but who cares? And that's the thing, I'd be watching videos like of that one old lady that's like, soda is horrible for you, and then I go drink some more grape soda. I don't care. Like, what I've been through, man. Like, I think health is a different concept than people think. I think people treat things like scientifically, and it's not scientifically. Like, I think with me, I can pretty much eat whatever I want, do whatever I want, and none of it's going to matter. I think health is more a spiritual thing, personally. I really do. I think health has to do with how you feel about yourself. I think health has to do with how you live your life and how you wake up every day and how you approach the day. I don't think that you have to wake up at 6, 5, 4 in the morning like a military cadet and do all this crazy nonsense. I think that if you just do what makes you happy and you live a progressive lifestyle, like that's the thing. I've never been happier because every day that I wake up, I progress. Okay, it doesn't have to be financially, right? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, hell no. Oh, okay. Thought I lost my wallet. Our love, it don't get no better. Right. On that note, hold on. Our love, it don't get no better. Right. All right, I'm good. I was making sure I had something. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it doesn't have to be financially, but I make money. I come up in the game. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm getting everything put together gradually, slowly but surely. But at the end of the day, it's like if you make progress with your lifestyle every day, that's what matters. See what I'm saying? Nothing else matters. It doesn't have to be financial progress, even though like the more I push on here, the farther I go, the more financial progress I can make. But it doesn't have to be financial progression. It could be any kind of progression. You understand? That's the thing. For me, I'm obsessed with getting stronger. Okay, because it's a different kind of strength. I'm obsessed with spiritually getting stronger, emotionally, physically. I'm obsessed with this concept of becoming not becoming Batman. I am Batman. I am the only one. I'm probably maybe the only one arguably who ever existed, although I don't believe that. But my point is I am Batman. That's already decided, but I'm becoming who I'm supposed to be. I'm becoming myself more every day. I'm coming into myself. And that's the thing, like I've already proven I have superhuman strength, but that's not enough for me. I'm trying to push my limits as far I want to. It's not as far as I can go. There is no limits. I believe that I'm truly limitless. I believe that if I can do 70 dips, I believe that I can do 1,000. That's the point. I believe that I can keep pushing the bar further and further, and it never ends for me. And that is a real concept. I believe that that is a truth. That is an actual truth. I don't even think it's if you believe it. I think it's the truth. I think that you have to believe in yourself, but I think it's a truth that has gone unspoken for a long time. And I think you just never had many influential figures or human beings like me or people like me, maybe nobody like me, obviously, that knows how to do it and can push the limits of this matrix. I teach and implement and tell people this is a matrix. Okay. Like it's a matrix. So, like, even when I was in jail, I had one of the homeboys. He was talking to me. He was a cool dude. I haven't seen him in a long time, but shout out to him. I hope he's all right. But he was one of the actual cool dudes in there. And he told me, he's like, he just sat down and talked to me for a minute. He was like, okay. He's like, so you don't even look at all this stuff the same as all these other people. And I was like, nope. Like he understood, he figured it out. Like, yeah, I look at walls as something that you can walk through and go through. I truly believe it's possible. Like that's the level I want to get to. I'm not saying I'm there. I'm nowhere near there. If I go to the wall, I'm gonna run into the damn wall. But I'm just saying I want to believe and believe that ninjas can like transform and walk through walls. I believe that, but I still believe that this is a matrix. I believe the ground that you should be able to get through the ground, break the ground, whatever. I believe that anything, any obstacle, I believe it's still energy. You understand? So it's like I'm not, for anyone to call me on my name makes no sense because I'm a walking genius and I'm proving it. So it's just people who are upset and aggravated by my intelligence and who I am. Well, that's fine, but you having a problem with who I am is irrelevant to me. There's nothing you could do about it. You feel me? I don't have time for peasants like you. You're way below me. You're not even worth. You're not even worthy talking to me. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's insulting to me, because I'm like, why are you speaking to me? You're not even. You're pawn scum. So my deal is, I did 70 dips with steel armor on, the armor of God, yesterday, I believe. That's 70 dips like that. That means that I can do 100. See my point? That means that without it on, I should be able to do 200 at some point. And I just keep on pushing this envelope. So like I said, my record right now for muscle ups is 13. I set the world record for 200 pull-ups. It's on the channel, on the camera. There's no denying these records I'm setting. I set the world record for dumbbell curls, 90 pounds, fresh out of jail that first time, that other time. I mean, so I'm a real dude. I get down. I'm real. I stand my ground. I stand up for what's right against everybody. I've taken on everyone. I've already won. You know what I mean? I've stood up to everyone. I stand up to corruption for a living and expose corruption. Um, I expose illegal activity. I expose agencies doing illegal activity. I expose anyone and everything. I don't care who you are. You're getting exposed and publicly. And I'll go public with your name now. I really don't care now. Now I have no limits. Now I'm pissed. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, when it comes to building me, the fact that I can keep making progress, I'm not looking at my circumstances. I'm not looking at my surroundings so much. I'm not looking for comfortability necessarily. I've heard a million times, God keeps telling me, it has to be God because I keep hearing it. He keeps saying comfortability is like irrelevant. Like, you don't chase comfortability, but it's like I would like some, but it's like I understand it, how I'm being bred and made to where I don't need comfortability at all and I don't really care and I'm going to do me regardless. That's what these people don't get. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, where I'm at, what my circumstances are. I'm going to still do the same thing and be Batman because that's the life I live. So how dare you try to judge me for living my life the way I want to, and then trying to much less issue illegal statements and say you're going to do something with me or to me? Like what? Like when I'm asleep or not paying attention? Like, no, you're not. These people are cowards, bro. They would never do anything, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about Chinese rice at a wedding. They ain't going to do nothing. Grape at a fruit, you know what? These people ain't about nothing. And it's like, I just don't play like that. Like, you're not going to talk to me like that. Ain't nobody scaring me out of doing nothing, bro. Wherever I want to go, I want to go. If I want to take a nap anywhere, I'll do what I want. I'm not worried about nobody. I live my life free, man. See what I'm saying? And that's all it's about. It's just about making sure and claiming the power over my life and who I am. And that's what I stand for, and that's what I do. I did that a long time ago. That's why I don't play games when people start running their mouth. Like, you have no purpose to run your mouth, bro. I'm not the type of person you run your mouth to. It's just that simple. I'm someone you can't. Feel me? So, like I said, at the end of the day, you already know I'm successful. You already know I have all the assets, all the equity. You already know I've worked hard my entire life. I've been on my own since I was 16. When I say I'm the best martial artist and fighter in the world, that's not a game. That's not a joke. So why don't y'all put it to the test? Y'all keep acting like I'm supposed to put up money or make money right now. Y'all got me fired from every job. Y'all made it where it was impossible for me to survive. You're being hypocritical. You got to make some sense, brother. You know what I mean? What should happen right now, because of the situation opportune. I'm not in any situation. My situation is always magnificent because God provides and loves me. But because of everything you've done, shouldn't y'all put money up? And all of them broke. That's the truth. You don't see me, driving on a bicycle or whatever and walking like that one dude did with Cyrax for miles and then begging for a pizza. I'm not doing that. I don't beg for nothing. I provide a service here. People got to donate and pay me. This company don't pay right. We survive. Content creators survive off donations. If you're not here to donate, scram. Get the hell off my show and my program. I ain't talking to you. Feel me? So it's like, none of it's confusing. Feel me? Like I said, I don't care about the internet or your little fake internet culture. I would never let some nerds tell me anything, much less do anything with or to me. I don't know what you're talking about, man. So it's like, you know, I just don't respect people who hide and try to do or say anything. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen because you're hiding. Like, nah, dude, stand on it, man. Stand on it, bro. Whatever anybody got to say, man, you got to stand up, bro. I don't care, man or woman, bro. You got to stand on your own two in front of me and face me. You understand? It's that simple. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm, going to be impatient or upset or anything. It just means that you need whatever you do needs to be in front of me and it needs to be real. And it needs to be from a place that makes sense, not a oh I'm trying to use an angle. Yeah, I don't play like that. You understand? So like I said, ain't nothing going down without my permission. I promise you that. From this point out, that's a promise I made to myself. I don't play like that. So how do I put it? What else? Who else could you not put in a room with me? Lady Gaga. Now all those people, I would just tell them off to their face and laugh at them. You know, I mean, that's the thing. I'm not even really interested in talking to you anymore because I can kind of halfway get along with some of you, but it's like, for what? Like, y'all really did sell your soul, man. Like, y'all are no good people, bro. Like, it's disgusting, man. You know, they're all under MK Ultra and Monarch mind control. You know what I mean? I mean, really, I feel like I'm here to help a lot of those people. You know, I don't feel like it's necessarily all their faults. I feel like a lot of them are getting trafficked and getting pushed and bullied around, and I think that they're really under MK Ultra and Monarch mind control. I think celebrities like Justin Timberlake are. You know, I don't find anything charming about Justin Timberlake. I think that I'm a million times better looking than Justin Timberlake. You know what I mean? I think it's not even comparable, and I think that's pretty obvious if you look at me and watch my videos. You know, camera angles like this don't even do it justice, but like get the actual camera angle. I'm beautiful, bro. Better than all these people. So it's like with the new age and just especially with so-called women, I just don't understand none of you. Like most of you, you don't make any coherent sense because, like I said, you just nowadays that you have no taste. It's like you're all blind. Like you're the polar opposite of what all your mothers were. I'm just telling you the truth. Like I said, it's weird. You know, so for me, it's not that I'm mad about it or anything. I could care less. I'm just not used to it. That's all. I just don't understand it because it doesn't make sense. Your new age society doesn't make sense. Y'all want to act like you make the rules. Y'all are noobs here. You're noobs. You're new. You're new here. You know what I mean? You're noobs. You don't make the rules, bro. You feel me? I'm just telling you how things have gone forever and the way that they should be. I mean, like I said, when you got so-called women now and y'all literally go for the ugly dude every time, that starts to become kind of weird and annoying. And I'm gonna tell you why you do it. You do it out of spite because you've raised a bunch of spite people. That's what you raised. You haven't raised, y'all don't take care of your children. None of you. That's why all these mothers are neglectful, and that's why you got a bunch of people who live in spite. That's why you do it. You literally do it out of spite. Why would it not bother me if you're trying to do it to bother me? Me being bothered ain't a big deal. See, that's what people don't get. Things bother me every day. Who cares? It's part of life. Get over it and move on. That's what I do. But you all can't seem to do that, right? When you get bothered, you just obsess with that one concept and can't get over it, and like what? And you lash out, narky, lash out, narky, right? Like I said, I'm just saying, y'all have horrible taste. It's your decision and your predicament. Y'all the ones having the downfall because of it. What do I care what you do? Like y'all are silly, man. No, I have love for human beings. You know what I mean? Like I have love for human beings. Like I have eyes and ears and can see and have a heart and feel. But like I'm just saying, like, I think most so-called women today are nothing but betrayal artists. I think that they're a waste of your time as a guy. I don't think that you should waste your time. I think the only way is if you somehow miracle, like I did, find someone who's perfect for you, who is totally different. Christina is so much different than any of these other people, so-called women. She's an actual woman. I'm just telling you the truth. She's nothing like y'all. You know what I mean? Nothing. And all that matters to me is that you have a heart and that it has to be the exact person. Christina is my person. She's my soulmate. That's the thing. She's who I've been looking for forever. The rest of you just don't do it for me. Just like when you little homies be talking about that about women, I don't care about anything you're talking about. I don't care about that. Maybe it's because I'm 35, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't care. I really don't. I have eyes. I can see. I just don't care, man. I mean, like, I don't, when people aren't intelligent and people are ignorant and slow, that kind of, it's a big turnoff for me, man. Pretty weird. Problem with so-called women today is that they all want to be men. You're not a man. Act like what you are. And that's the thing. I would never take time out my day and expend my energy trying to explain to someone. Hold on here. It's getting too damn hot. I would never take time out my day or try to explain, like, yo, you should probably act like a woman. You feel me? Like, that's not my job. That's not my responsibility. That's not what I'm here to do. Right. So it's like, it's just not my thing. I don't got to worry about your problems. You feel me? But I don't know. I mean, to each their own. You know what I mean? If people want to, live in a cage and be miserable and enslave themselves, they do it every day. Look at them. Look at y'all. Look at most of y'all, bro. Like I said, that's why I just laugh. I laugh because I was never made, like God told me a million times, I was never made to be normal. I laugh because it's funny to me that I can sit down right here in comfortable shade, chilling on my estate, what I own, what I worked for my entire life, and I can sit here and make money talking and speaking to the public. And you all have to drive and go to a 9 to 5. And these people on here are so pathetic. You talking about cars. Do you understand how slow you are that every time you talk about a vehicle, it proves that you're broke and poor? That you ain't never seen no money? Because I'm going to tell you what, man, I've always made way more money when I wasn't driving. I'm just being honest. Like a car is irrelevant, bro. Like you will get so much farther if you literally do not get a car. A car, you're gonna have to pay insurance. You're gonna have to pay all this tickets. You're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna go to jail. You might end up getting a life sentence. Cars are bad news, bro. Like I said, cars are to go from point A to point B, and that's it. They're no big deal. They're maybe for traveling, and that's it. And I like traveling even on the bus. I think it's perfect. I'll drive all day for Christina. Oh, I'm a master at driving. I'm literally the transporter. That's what I was before all this Batman stuff. Like, I can drive like nobody's business. I'm the best on the planet at driving, actually. And like I actually drive fast and know what I'm doing and can take risks and always be good. I know how to control and manipulate and move traffic out my way. But that's the whole point. You have to move them like cattle, bro, when you drive. In case you didn't know, the best drivers are the aggressive ones who actually know what they're doing. There's some that drive too fast and they're reckless, and those are the worst. And then you have the ones who drive slow because they don't know what they're doing. Those are the second worst. But the best is the person who drives just right and sometimes fast and knows what they're doing and knows how to, get people to move. You know what I mean? It's what you have to do. Like I said, you drive the way you live your life, man. And there's a lot of altercations on the road too. That's the thing. Like, that's why, like with Christina, I'll always drive, but I think I think Christina doesn't understand that driving sometimes is not safe at all. Like, it's the worst thing you can do. So I think we're going to be finding other ways for transportation sometimes too, and I think that that's a positive thing that we should do and try to do and formulate and talk about. That's all. You know what I mean? But I'll always do the driving for her. I have no issue doing so, and I'll always protect her, so she'll be good with me. But when you traveling, I don't know. I've never had an issue traveling on a bus, man. I've always felt like it was safer, nicer. It's cool. You get to see the scenic, all the view. I never really had much of an issue, and I've done it all the way to Minneapolis, to Vegas, and back several times. I mean, the Vegas trip was fun. Every time that Vegas trip is fun because it takes forever. So like you got to find something to do. You got to eat snacks. You got to chill. I mean, you have a lot of time, especially when you got money and you can do what you want to do. I can't wait to have money again, man. Real talk. I need a new phone. I would get me a couple of phones. I'd get me a couple of laptops, or at least one, just one to start, but a good one that I can make music on. Like if I got money right now. Oh, by the way, they said God already told me it's coming. God told me that all these people are getting God's wrath right now for everything they tried to do to my life, right? Which is facts, and they're all going through their karma and God's wrath. You are all experiencing God's wrath. God is coming right now. So all y'all got to go through that, like I said, because all y'all was involved. That's tons of people. All y'all, all these people getting what they deserve, and I'm laughing. So finally karma is real, God is real, right? Finally, people getting what they deserve, and I'm getting my due justice and diligence without trying, without lifting a finger, because God got me. Just like I told you and warned you. Should have listened, smart one, right? Right? So now it's that time, and everybody getting what they deserve, and I'm laughing. And meanwhile, it said surprise money. So I'm about to be gifted all this money or something. I don't know if it's the inheritance they stole. I don't know, but God's just going to drop it in my lap. Supposedly it's coming. And I believe it because I'm seeing signs of it. I'm seeing signs of it though. Like real talk. I'm actually seeing signs of it. You feel me? So it's like I could care less what people talking about, bro. You feel me? Like real talk, bro. Feel me? Y'all want to hate on, but I'm still making money. I'm stay making money. I'm still coming up. Like right now, we're in the perfect position because I'm finally a little ahead of the game. It's just this phone bill, man. This phone bill is what's holding me back, man. It's only the second. It's paid or third. It's paid through the 21st, right? So I basically am ahead of the game a little bit now, finally, just a little bit, and I need y'all to donate. That's what's going to help push me through this threshold and pedestal. If y'all will donate, if I could get a couple of $100 in donations, hell, I'll take the Batman thing to Austin right now. You see the point? They want to keep me in stagnated. I'm not stagnated, but you want to keep me in one area. Y'all trying to act like you don't control what I do or limit what I do, but y'all need to donate. If you pay me, I can get a lot more done. Nah, bro, if y'all donate a couple $100, several $100 right now, bro, if I could get a band together in total and full, I'd go up to Austin right now. We can go be Batman right in front of TJ and laugh in his face and rub it all in. I can dress up as a cow and dance in front of all those bars right in front of him and shake my cow tail. You feel me? Like I said, I ain't mad. I just think you're pathetic. You understand? I don't care. I don't think that that's a funny thing to do. I think that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. People do what they do. You know. So at the end of the day, I mean, that's what I want to do. I got to figure out how to get a cow outfit, man. I'm gonna start walking around as a cow. Y'all think I'm playing? You know how many views it's gonna get? I need a cow outfit. I dress up as a cow and start dancing everywhere, just, just dancing as a cow. I gotta get a cow outfit, bro. That's what I'm saying. Y'all donate money, bro. There's a lot of things we can do. These people, they don't want to see me have no fun. We have our fun every day. I'm gonna have fun regardless and do my thing, but y'all is mad weird, bro. It takes money to travel, man. I gotta have a couple $100, several hundred, because I gotta have money to get that bus and know that I got enough to get back to here whenever I want. That's what I'm trying to do. I would gladly go up to Austin and bring the original suit with me and just start being Batman out there and filming it, walking around and see how people react to it, be walking all along the highways. I would walk everywhere. I'd go everywhere. I'd do different things, try to set up my own little situation to start. I could probably I could probably do it on my own. That's what these people don't know. People like TJ, they vastly underestimate me. Like y'all don't get it, bro. You know what I mean? It's all I got to do. Try to make this money and my check and like steadily try to build and talk to all them jobs and try to get hired somewhere. I could work, man. Feel me? I run Austin, bro. I do what I want. So, like I said, we've gone over a lot of facts today. Ow, something got me. Probably an ant. How dare you? Right in the foot. And it ran away, I think. Like a little Rob Rack. You damn ant. Hopefully it's an ant. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like I said, man, it just is what it is. But like I said, when you're successful, oh, I'm gonna move again because the sun went down. See, that's why I don't like sitting here. Oh, got an ant. Ant got me. So yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I mean, basically, y'all all need an attitude adjustment ASAP, and we're just gonna keep on winning, man. We're gonna keep on being the great. You're the great Sam Gerard. Yes, I am. And you always have to win. Yes, I do. Feel me? So it is what it is. End of the day, man. Like I said, these people can stay mad, do what you do. I don't really care what you do, homo. None of y'all. I don't care how you feel, man. You know what I mean? Who else could you not put in a room with me? Little Reese, I probably would just talk to, but like same thing. If he got out of line, I'd G check him. Any of them fools, man, any of them fake Chirac savages. Like I said, like I just think it's crazy, man, how y'all never want to talk about what's happened, but that's okay. Like I leave things unspoken. I don't talk about when people take losses and they lose because I'm not that type of person. I want everybody to win, man. I want the best for all y'all, man. I hope all y'all, have long, beautiful lives and excel and do well. Truly, I really do. But I'm just saying, y'all is a joke. That's the truth. See, they trying to twist it like I'm like them. I don't talk down to nobody. I don't have a back and forth with nobody. I've been nothing but positive to all of you, and that's why one individual needs to speak at a time. And you need to quit trying to overwhelm me and talk with a bunch of different weird accounts. That's not being real, bro. And see, you do that because you're trying to manipulate my content. No, you're not manipulating anything. Like, what are you so busy trying to manipulate for? Manipulate yourself into a job. Manipulate yourself where you're not homeless, smart one. Manipulate yourself. Manipulate your own circumstances. You need to worry about that. You got these people, they in dire straits and circumstances. You ain't got no time to be worrying about me. It's like Rob Wack. Rob Wack talking about teeth. What's that got to do with anything? You need to worry about teeth. Yours look horrible. You need to worry about a grill. Look at your face. You need to worry about getting a mirror. I'm sorry, but what? You need to worry about getting a girlfriend because you can't get one. You date gremlins. I'm sorry, but what? You actually talking? That dude has the audacity. You go on camera talking about good looks. Boy, you are not good looking. He said he was the what symbol of YouTube. Who's really that? Exactly. See what I'm saying? You people funny as hell, bro. You like trying to compete with Brad Pitt, bro. I'm the Brad Pitt of this game. Is you serious right now? Like what, bro? Look at you, boy. Like, have you seen the Grinch, bro? Just watch the Grinch, bro. Like, real talk, bro. You need to try out for the next audition. It'll be the Grinch with culture. Real talk, bro. They can get a ghetto ratchet Cindy Lou Who for the movie. Real talk, like that'll be the next damn thing. Y'all fools is crazy. They want to take over everything. They said that about my people a long time. They said, "Damn, white, they want to be in everything and the king of everything." No, I just am. You actually want to do that. Like everything you have to ruin. Y'all ruined the what is it? The Panther cartoon with those movies and that weirdo. Like everything you ruin. Next thing you're gonna want a black Batman. Like, nah, he's white. It ain't gonna happen. Isn't that why you timed that stuff that one day when I was talking about it? Yeah, I don't care. And told him to scram. I don't care how you feel. Like what? Bro, Batman is white for a reason. I'm sorry, but it's the truth because y'all couldn't do it. You couldn't. You don't have it in you, bro. That's like that posing dude that rolls with that other poser. What's his name? They're not even real bounty hunters. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. What the hell was his name? Bounty Hunter D on here. That clown. He's amazing. That stuff's all fake. That's all arranged and set up. That's using actors and stuff. They don't make no money. That stuff fake. See, Bounty Hunter D, like him, you could put me and him in a boxing ring. I guarantee you he'd lose. And he tells people, if you can beat me, you a bad dude. Not at all. What? Like, dude, you nobody. Like, no, you're not built like that, bro, at all. I can understand if you thought you was and your ego got to you, right? But you not built like that. And you could just tell it's all fake. You could tell it's actors, and that's a fact. Like so, that's the thing. You get these fake people. They start trying to act like they us. Okay, so you real now? Oh, now the table's been reversed. Okay, where's it at then? But y'all won't hop in the boxing ring. All this talking, bro. It's like all these trolls online. They want to talk about a boxing ring all day, this and that. Won't none of them sign the waiver? What is you talking for, homie? What you waiting for? All you got to do is pull up, talk to me, and get a pen and sign the waiver, dog. It ain't hard. What the hell? People crazy, son. You people is all ducking, man. Y'all all know what's good, bro. So you better talk like it. That's the thing. It's like people is a glutton for punishment. Like they want to be G check. I think they all want to be G check. I really do. I think they literally like game. It's weird. It's nasty. Like they get gratification from me telling them what it is. Like that's why they want me mad because they get you know what type of kick out of it. Like that's disgusting. That was weird. Like they like that stuff. Y'all is man fans. That's what you are. You a man fan. So you a man fan. So I should suffer because you a man fan. I'm good. Y'all all man fans, bro. Real talk. That's the same thing the game said too. And the game came up in like a man's club and dyed his hair pink. He got handled by Rosemo 700, and y'all don't want to tell that boy reality and who he is. The boy's a joke. The game is a joke. You got a LGBTQ community and music industry, man. It just is what it is. And on here, it's the same people. Like y'all all a joke. That's why y'all look up to me because you're like, man, how did that jewel get formed in this society? Pretty easily. Look at how disgusting y'all are. Look at this society and how it is. Like what? bro, you're talking to the mob. You got actual dudes that for a while, like I said, they would drive around and actually try to like offer me rides and act like they're gonna pick me up, and they were from that community, and like I don't find out until like I'm like you know what I mean, like it's weird, like what, like how you even entertain anything like that with a straight guy who's the mob. I tell Christina about it sometimes. I'm like, here's this weirdo following me again. It'd be weird as hell. Like, what's the purpose of that? I don't get that. Why would you act with a straight male like that? What are you gonna gain? Like these be like little small dudes, bro. They be acting like I don't know, like they think they can like overpower me or something. Like what? These people funny as hell. Like that's why, like people around people in the valley, y'all are so far from reality. I just laugh, bro. To me, it's just entertaining, bro. This is a walk in the park down here, man. This is cupcake candy land down here, bro. For me, Brownsville ain't really tough to me. They say Brownsville's tough. They say Southmost is tough. That man got full shook in Southmost. Southmost, they all terrified of the bat. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't know what they talking about. It's like when people try to say things on here that make no sense. Like I don't go everywhere. I've been everywhere. I do my thing everywhere, bro. I operate everywhere. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. There's a lot of people, man. It's just like I don't have a point to prove. I've already proven mine. I don't care what people have to say because I'm not kicking fake talk or fake stuff, And that's the thing. You got a lot of people online. They looking for accolades and attention. They want to try to bring fake energy and act. We just don't do that at all. That's like any troll. Like, let's say I'm in the middle of an interview. A troll could show up to the interview and he could act irate and act crazy. He could do something crazy. He's going to catch a case, right? And I'm going to sit there and do the right thing as hard as it may be, right? And be like, bro, are you out your mind? Like, is you all right, bro? What the hell is wrong? What are you doing, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. No, I'm not going to give you, like, why would I get myself in trouble for some peasant who's doing theatrics because he don't want to sign a waiver? See the point? These people want to act like they can play games, but like I said, you're not very smart clearly because you don't understand that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Like I said, my content's not meant for your consumption. I don't care what you do or say. You ain't sending nothing my way. You're sitting there being a clown. That's what clowns do. That's what jokers do. Joker, right? Because you ain't real. Because you ain't about nothing. Like I said, be quiet, quit running your mouth, and sign the waiver, bro. Like that's the answer. There's no other way around it. It's sign the waiver. Y'all don't want to sign the waiver because you know what's good. Feel me? Because y'all know when Batman actually stands up for himself, if Batman ever fights back, you know you're gonna lose. That's the thing. People want to do things when I'm not allowed to do things. Like that's corny, bro. Wasting my damn time, bro. Grown man. You know what I mean? That's what's weird, bro. They want to try to talk to you. I would never let nobody talk to me like I ain't no grown man. I'm a grown man, cuz. Feel me? My name is not meant for your mouth, cuz. Feel me? 35 years old, grown as hell. Been grown since I was 16. What? I ain't never had nobody even try me in the street or talk to me crazy. Why would I let you? What? I held my own in Minneapolis. Minneapolis, a rough city. We're always in all the ghettos and rough parts. Glenn Serio, he got actually like somebody actually like got at him a little bit in that shelter. I'm gonna tell you reality. And he went and snitched, and then he was on the phone with them talking about we can do this the hard way or the easy way. Glenn Serio is a trip. He smells horrible. That boy don't shower. That's one that really he got a scent. I mean, it's strong. It's like dealing with Pumbaa from Lion King or whatever. And what a wonderful phrase, right? Hakuna Matata, you haven't showered for days. Don't need to worry about getting some bar soap. It's your real scent that never goes away. Glen Serio really stinks. I mean, that boy smells. And they get pissed at him about it, with them obviously in there because that's just a no-no, especially in places that are like jail and prison like that. But yeah, somebody actually kind of got at him. They kind of hemmed him up in front of me. And Glenn Serio clearly didn't do nothing. He was just scared. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, y'all want to say I'm fake, but you see, I'm giving you examples that other Glenn Serio is a YouTuber. He's got a ton of subscribers and stuff. He talks way above his head, and he's a clown. But my point is, I met him in person up there. He was in that shelter in Minneapolis. He knows me. We met. We hung out together. I filmed that video. He was talking in it when I did the snow angel up there. That was him. Then Serial was rolling with me for a little while. Then I made them videos joking around with him. Like, we're cool. He's all right, but I don't like him as a person. I think he's very oddly the narcissist. But and he bothers people who are doing their job, and I don't like that because that's against what I'm trying to do. But my whole point is, some of what he does makes sense. But yeah, like I said, that happened right in front of me, bro. So I'm just saying, them dudes wasn't getting to me like that in that shelter. Nobody. I never really had a problem. And when I did, I let people know real quick. Everybody was talking to me as who I am. I was like fresh out of jail too. I had just gotten out and everything from down here and went through the whole system. So I was ready to go with whatever. I was built like that. I had one dude, some big, chunky black dude from the culture. He was talking about, he's like, "Were you in prison or something?" And I was like, "No, I was in jail, just recently." Or where he's like, "Yeah, I can tell, man, because I don't really sleep a lot at night sometimes, and I would be doing push-ups. I guess he'd be watching me, and they would all notice that I had a push-up regimen, so they'd be asleep, and I'd be doing push-ups all night, like a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like thousands. You know what I mean? So like, and like I'd go back and forth and get my water and stuff. So like, I can imagine to other people it might be weird behavior, it might be odd to them, but it ain't to me because they ain't living that thug life. See what I'm saying? We don't come from the same walk. We not the same. Like that's the thing. All the dudes in the shelter, I was more G'd up and way more gangster than. They know it. That's the reality. The whole staff was scared of me, bro. They were shook, and they were the ones who started the issue with that nonsense bothering me while I was eating my breakfast. They ain't do nothing, and that had to have come from you people, I know. So that's going to be another lawsuit. Probably sue them, and then they would probably file a lawsuit on them, and then they got rid of the only staff guy I liked. That was awesome. Like what? Straight corruption, straight bunch of peasants. You know what I mean? Then that fake security guard was talking about, yeah, it sounds like a thing where his energy rubbed off on you. No, it sounds like a thing where I got targeted in front of your face, right? But he was all right though. He kind of treated me all right. He was all right. You know what I mean? But it's just I don't know. I just don't like when people act like they telling me anything and acting like I'm in a bad situation. Like it's just like I told them, I'm like, bro, I just got out. I got everything right, everything together. Why would I throw that away for y'all? And I literally like backed everyone down. Like the entire staff was like scared of me, like just talking, because they all knew, like they knew I had. They would talk about it and try to joke around about it. They'd be like, "Man, he said that he boxed or he moved like Tyson." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And like they could tell I was real. I always go work with them, and they knew I was strong as hell, and like I would do everything for them. Like I'm a work mule, bro. Like yeah, some once in a while you get a guy who really is the real deal that comes through shelters. That's what happened. Like what? But that's the thing. They all be all up in your business wanting to find out, and then they feel like, oh, you can't be here. That's what happened. They started hating because I was making more money than them. I was making 18 an hour working for the NBA. Straight up. Like, what? You want to make some phone calls? Call them clowns up there, bro. The Timberwolves. I worked for the Timberwolves. I was the janitor for the Timberwolves, making 18 an hour cleaning bathrooms. Did a great job for them too. Great work. Yeah, I worked for the Timberwolves for the NBA. I don't know what y'all talking about. I shouldn't be working for the Timberwolves. I should be playing for the Timberwolves and carrying their team on my back. That's what should be happening. That's the whole thing. Like, how you gonna have a janitor that's better than every player you have? See what I'm saying? How y'all don't make any sense? I gotta listen to ignorant women run their mouth at me, and ignorant so-called women, when I should be on the court and like actually getting paid. I would negotiate my contract. Like, see what I'm saying? That's what's weird to me. But that's the thing. Y'all are willing to put your fate and everything in someone else's hands, and I'm really not. Like, just because they give me an NBA offer, I would need to know every parameter of that. Like, you're still telling me you got to put me on a plane. What if something happens? These are questions real normal people who aren't enslaved would ask. You know what I'm saying? How do you know they haven't replaced the whole teams with clones? They can do that easily. Like, you see what I'm saying? Real people ask questions. Like, I'd rather it be like if the NBA could be like a contract, like you can play in the hometown. When we have an away game, you don't have to fly. Somebody will drive you to that game. If they said that and did that for me, that's the only thing I care about. If they did that for me, I'd be a happy customer and pay me up front. I don't want no advances that I got to pay back. Pay me up front. Give me a real offer. I'll do it. But I want to be driven again. I ain't getting on no plane, dog. It's that serious to me. I refuse to fly. I'm not getting on no plane. Couldn't nobody get me on one. Nobody. I'm sorry. That's not love. I wouldn't do it for nobody. That's just dumb. You feel me? I ain't getting on no plane. And y'all don't even know what it is. They still them ignorant fools on them panels be talking about, well, yeah, they already said that cars are more blow. Yes, smart one, because you don't think there's 8 million billion more cars than there are planes. Use your mind. Okay. Planes, if there's a little bit, just a little bit too much luggage on, that plane will sink and go down. Do you understand? It happens every day. There's a plane, you know what? Every day. Every day, bro. There's a way more than one almost every day, bro. Planes are like the worst thing ever. I don't know why humans try to fly, because you clearly don't know how to do it. It is the dumbest thing you can do is to get on an airplane, in my opinion, for anything. I don't care if it's a job. See, that's the thing. All the people I hear in this world are like, yeah, I'm successful. But you get on planes, and then all of a sudden you see them on the news. Oh, this plane thing happened. And now you're not successful, and now you can't even go to the park like I can. See the point? These people want to get mad at me every day. They want to tell me I'm doing something wrong, but I'm alive. I'm alive, and my feet stay on the ground. I'm pretty smart. I've taken a lot of losses. I've lost a lot of people. Okay. I've seen a lot of people. I've seen empires crumble. I've seen a lot of people lose everything. I'm 35 and I'm still here. I'm doing something right. No, I'm happy every day that I'm breathing. God gives me breath and takes me to the next day. What more can you ask for, man? Especially with what I've survived and what I've been through. I got enough problems on the ground. Why would I want to go up in the air? Now I'll do it on my own. Like I'm going to try to create these wings. I want to fly as Batman, but see, that's different because I'm in control of that. See, I don't mind trying to fly on rooftops. I want to do all that. Real talk. Like seriously, bro. And I could see it happening too. It makes sense. A lot of these roofs aren't even that high. They're not even that high. Like I could make the jump off of it. Some of them. Some of them might hurt a little bit. It wouldn't hurt. I think you know what would happen. You can't just jump off of rooftops. Like that's the thing too. I have to do leg training, jumping training. I have to learn how to absorb impacts. I have to do all that, bro, and I have to do it safely. Like that's the thing. Batman doesn't just do a bunch of crazy stuff for no reason and be dumb and get injured. That's what happened to all the people I went to high school with. Every person I ever saw who was a high school star athlete or whatever, they all conked out and got injured, and one injury put them out of commission forever. And then they all became regular civilians later on down the road. We got a bunch of them down here in the valley. I'm the only one who continued to be an athlete. All of them watch me. Half the people that I went to other high schools when I was in high school or whatever, they're watching me right now. Some of them. See what I'm saying? Injuries is like the number one thing that'll get you, where you can't compete, can't do what you want to do. I moved through every injury. I flipped on a skateboard completely in the air, did a 360 somersault. This entire leg bent backwards, my entire kneecap bent backwards. Okay. And I got it checked out, had a cast put on it. I mean, took several months, a few months, bounced right back. And I couldn't even move it at all, couldn't walk, nothing, was dragging it. I mean, I've been through so much physical stuff, it's unreal. I could have lost my leg recently. I had a leg infection. What? Got cellulitis all on my foot. I don't even know about that. Yeah, I could have lost my leg, bro, or worse, or more. Right? Survived that. Didn't even open my mouth about it. But y'all cry every day. I told y'all, what did I say? I said my faith is in God. I said I keep pushing, right? I put a bandage on my foot almost every day that I can to try to protect that part so that it doesn't happen again. You know how scary that was? I had to take antibiotics, swallow the capsules every single day. Antibiotics got me wigging out. That's why I was all like freaking out, because it had my anxiety like through the roof, and I couldn't process things because I had a TBI with my brain from the truck. So when I take certain things like an antibiotic, it can it'll mess with that horribly, and so I'm like in this really just bad state. Like it's dark, horrible anxiety. You know what I mean? Or like I mean that's just part of life, bro. Like PTSD. I probably got that times 8 million, but I just go through it and deal with it every day. You understand? And I do it without taking anything or running to doctors. And that's the way you're supposed to do it. My dad had the answer for everything. Like I said, I just heard about a dude that he just got done in on his own because he was dependent on an inhaler. And the pharmaceutical mafia, they don't care. They're making billions of dollars off of doing what to y'all? And they said they increased the prices randomly and it kept him from getting his inhaler, and he passed. Yeah, that happens. And my dad was smart enough. When I had asthma as a kid, I almost, what, on a table in front of everyone. And I survived everything with that. And it was horrible. There was times I couldn't get any air. It's the scariest thing ever. An asthma thing is one of the scariest things ever, man. I'm so glad that I don't have that anymore. Truly. See, God is good, man. God is good, bro. I've lost people to that too. I've seen people lose people because of that. And it's one of the scariest, saddest things you can watch. That's what I'm saying, man. When we got this many problems in the world, you think people want to deal with people that want to berate and insult and call you out your name while they hiding? People ain't got time for you, and people ain't playing with you, bro. You better get the hell on. Feel me? We out here living real life, man. It's beautiful life, soaking up the sun, looking at beautiful trees. Them oranges are gonna start growing pretty soon, right? Oh, it's crazy, bro. I might be able to start planting my own seeds. I was thinking about it, considering it. Real talk. Might be able to plant my own seeds in little pots or something, and just to get like anything I want, yams or whatever. They sell seeds right up here up the street. You can get seeds and plant. Real talk. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know if you can or not. I have to look it up. But you know, yeah, he that happened to him because he couldn't get the inhaler because they kept increasing the prices. My dad was smart. He said, "Get off the inhaler." They kept putting me on that medicine. What is it called? Man, that medicine, it saved me a couple of times though. I can't hate on it. What was it? Not Robitussin. What is it? The syrup, man. It was the syrup. Somebody gonna know what I'm talking about. But that stuff saved me a couple of times, man. That was what I needed. But you need it when you're going through it. But I'm just saying, overall, he was smart and he said, like, nah, get him off all that stuff. They kept trying to push that on me too. I noticed too when I was in Austin, and for a while I was using an inhaler. I used to have one down here. I don't touch none of that stuff now. Look how much my lung capacity got to be at its peak. I mean, I can run and run and run. I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if people can't learn, like, you got to start taking care of your body, bro. You just have to, bro. I don't care who you are. You've got to start running. You got to. The one dude said, I'm against jogging. You shouldn't jog. That's whatever. It's creating high temperatures in your body. Who cares? You got to run, bro. You got to run. You got to jog. You got to eat fruit. You got to try to get vegetables when you can. Like, vegetables hard to do for me right now, but I'll do fruit. But you got to make the right adjustment and start taking care of your body. That really does matter. If you don't, you ain't gonna win. That's the thing. You people are talking about all these different things. Listen, I made it. I'm wealthy. I'm retired. I've had a beautiful life. What I need to do now is take good care of my body, not back down and take nothing from no one, because I'm like Clint Eastwood and Gran Turismo or Torino, right? And that's exactly how I am when he's like, hello, and he just calls them names. That's exactly how I talk. So my job is to take care of my body. And that's what these people wish that they could, affect. Like, I'm not going to let you play that game with me. I don't need high stress levels or my cortisol being raised for no reason. For what? When nothing's happening? I'm good. See, I'm a lot smarter than you. Don't play with me. So, like I said, no, I mean, that's what matters, bro. That's what I'm telling you. Like, that's why I try to drink fruit juices. I try to eat fruit when I can. Try to do what's good for my body, man. Like, I do everything else too. Don't get it wrong, and I eat when I can, what I can. But you got to start taking care of your body, bro. And part of that is running. You got to run. You got to walk. You got to get out in the sun. You see, I'm in the sun every day, no problem, bro. You know what I mean? It's part of life, bro. You always afraid of the sun. You're afraid of the rain. Up there in Green Bay, I was handling the cold better than them. People are like, in the South, people can't handle the cold. Hey, you care about that? I'm a soldier. I was handling the cold better than anyone in Green Bay. I looked like Sub-Zero out there. Literally, I was washing dishes covered in water. I never got pneumonia or nothing, and would walk out in sub below zero freezing temperatures like Sub-Zero and walk through the ice, like walk through it. And the cops even were like watching me, like, who the hell is that guy? Because like nobody would do that. And I'd walk all the way down for like miles to the hotel that I paid for, and whatever, go to sleep, do whatever, and eat, and go back to work the next day. Y'all don't even want to give me credit, bro. I lived in hotels the whole time, half the time I was out there. I had to pay for a hotel like every night and work and built a living while doing that. That's insane. That's impressive, bro. You know what I mean? Then I rented that little basement that y'all tried to set me up in, right? And like I said, Green Bay PD had everything to do with it, right? And what did they try to do to me? Let's say the truth, right? I survived a drive-by. That is what you all did, right? And like I said, Green Bay PD had everything to do with it, and they organized it. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I know what happened. Yeah, and Jennifer Benish, and y'all tried to set me up there in that basement, and you were hoping to catch me. That's why a reading just came out yesterday and said you were saved from a sinister, wicked, disgusting plot, and it had a drip of what on the download. Like, yeah, y'all tried to really take me out a couple of times. And they told me they were trying to do this the whole time. They told me straight up. They said, yes, we are trying to do, like, are you serious, bro? And you think you're not going to do life in prison? You think it's a game? Dr. Computer Shop? You named your name after a computer shop I walked into? You're going to prison, bro. You're already like an invalid, right? You slipped up and let that cam slip happen, right? You think they're not going to investigate and figure out who you are? You're going to prison, buddy. So, enjoy your freedom while it lasts, all of you, because pretty soon you're going to be in a cell. I can assure you that. Oh, you're going to be in prison. Yeah. So nobody has to put up with that. No, these people are trying to, what me. I'm going to be nice about it. No, I'm all right. They've been following me around everywhere I go, making phone calls, paying people off. That's a laughing matter. That's funny. Oh, I'm supposed to be nice. Yeah, you people need to mind your business and stay out of this. You don't know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand up for my life. I got one life and it matters. My life matters. It may not matter to you little punks, but it matters to me, punk. Feel me? And I'll tell anybody to their face. Feel me? No, all I ever did every time was defend my life. I'm gonna defend my life. My life ain't going, bro. My life worth too much. Real talk. It's priceless. I'm precious. Feel me? Precious. Right? Oh man, I'm starting to sound like Rob Rat. Precious. So, like I said, man, y'all run your mouth, do what you do, stay broke, stay ignorant, stay dumb, stay slow. I don't really care, man. At the end of the day, we got what, 17 in the box. We making big money. Big money up into his house. Money. I said money, 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 money. We making money. And y'all fools ain't doing nothing. They all watching me. Why don't y'all talk to me, man? Like I said, I'm mad isolated. Them fools don't talk to me. They all scared of me. I be seeing some of you fools that sub to me, man. How come y'all don't talk? That stuff is crazy, man. Who's the next agent gonna get sent that gonna take me out for dinner? That's what I want to know. I'm with them free dinners. Them enchiladas were pretty good. Like I said, I just keep my Coca-Cola away from you because I already know what you want to do to me, and I enjoy my meal. It was a good meal. You didn't ruin it for me. Feel me? Like I need another dinner. I'm not like that low testosterone, low T. Low, y'all are so corny, bro. Just the stuff you come up with. Oh man, I got scared. I thought that was my phone. Can't do that to the phone. The phone will be out of commission, and I won't have nothing to run my business. Now they're going to be like, we're going to plot to take his phone from him. Yeah, good luck with that. Everything I do that makes money, they want to stop, but they don't know how to make their own money. That's crazy. These people all the way up in New York. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna be in New York. Oh, I'm gonna be in New York. Batman gonna be in New York, patrolling the streets at night. You ready? Is you ready? With all this money though, we about to take over New York straight up. Batman, it's gonna be a Batman takeover, bro. People in New York not ready for Batman, bro. They're gonna be like, what the hell just happened? And then yeah, they're gonna have me on crime scenes doing forensics and everything. They're gonna have to. They're not gonna have a choice. I got too much power, man. Whatever I want, I take over, bro. That's the thing. Wherever I'm stationed at, that's where I choose to be. Whatever I choose to do my thing. Like, just power, man. People don't have a choice but to respect it. You don't respect it, you're gonna lose, and we're gonna make you look silly. Real talk. I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? And I'm expose you publicly. Like that's the best thing. Now I get to film it all. You know what I mean? Y'all think you making fun of someone, boy? Then why don't you come out here and talk to my face so we can see who get made fun of? Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Keep that soft stuff up in New York where it belongs. Feel me? Yeah, cowards want to run their mouth while they hiding. We ain't hiding. We're gonna be in New York and all them boroughs, doggy. We coming through hard body. Like I said, I'm gonna be in the bat suit and everything. People feeling froggy. What's goody? Leap. Feel me? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. That's all y'all do all day. They got people in New York right now starving who ain't ate for days. But you want to act like people don't go through things like real life ain't real life, bro. All y'all are homeless. What? Like, just because you having a hard time because you swimming in your karma, it's what the hell you deserve. Now deal with it and eat my success. Eat the. I will not eat it. I won't eat it. All right, I'll eat the cat. That's y'all. I'm gonna eat it and be quiet. Eat my success. Eat it. Eat it, boy. Like I said, man, you people funny as hell, bro. Like real talk, man. It's just crazy, man, that people don't want to have a normal conversation at all. Y'all could be showing love. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, keep your distance and act like a normal person. All y'all want to go crazy. They feel like if you on YouTube, that means you got different rules. No, I'm a gangster. I don't care about YouTube. We do things a little differently. Like you want to act like you can play around and do whatever you want, go ahead then act. But do it in front of me. Feel me? We've set everybody straight, bro. We've made it clear to everybody what time it is and what reality is and what we are and who we are and what's coming. You understand? So it's like I don't think you seem to get, bro. I really operate above the feds. I do whatever I want. Batman does whatever he wants. When I get this money, it's gonna get to the point I got so much power. Like, bro, it's just people are gonna be so much more scared of me because I'm gonna have the money just like the movie. Like you saw what he did with that Asian corporate CEO that was a crime boss. He was getting a bunch of illegal money to run his company. You saw what Batman went and did with him. You feel me? Like that's the thing. Like Batman does what he wants to do, man. There's no more talking involved, no more jurisdiction. The minute I get this money, Batman can just fully operate all over the country and the world. I can G check anyone who I want and get them in line real quick, right in their face as Batman, though. hmm Nobody will know who I am. They won't know who's talking. They won't know what's going on. They're gonna be freaking out like there's a Batman G checking the hell out of me. Like, let me know where are the drugs. See what I'm saying? Like, how are you funding this company? You're gonna tell me now. Y'all think it's a game, bro. Like, what? You really think you're tough? Yeah, y'all are funny, bro. Fake running your mouth. You know what I mean? World's never seen anything like me, man. Trust me, it's been my essence since I was born, man. Even my dad, he saw it my whole life. He watched every bit of. He's who created me. He's who created it all. You know, that's why I give nothing but respect to my dad was a legend, man. I give nothing but respect to my dad and my father. My father was a legend. He was a god amongst men. Real talk. So, like I said, with you people, I don't care what you talking about, man. I don't care what you have to say. My dad is my biggest fan too. I found that out. God told me. I felt like the letters he wrote that I found afterwards later on, I felt like he was saying I was like his hero. I'm not sure if even he knew it, but I always stood up, man. I always stood up for myself, man. Even when he acted like I wasn't supposed to, I did. There was incidents in high school with like Ted Gray, that corrupt joke of a joke that he is, right? He was sitting there trying to mess me over, and my dad was like, "Just be quiet" or whatever. I was like, "No, I'm gonna stand up to this little coward." Feel me? Ted Gray, he was the athletic director over there at St. Joe. He's a joke. It's another discriminate, little mad, disgruntled coward. You could tell him I said it. I stood up to him in his face. Like, nah, y'all are just sitting there being discriminate and unfair. I told him what it was to his face. He didn't have nothing to say about it. Old man. What you talking about? Your little white hair? Looking like Santa Claus up in here? What you mean? Y'all be really running your mouth like I'm not half comedian too. Like I can't really make fun of y'all. Like boys, stop it. Please do some talking. Any of y'all, please run your mouth. Got a public platform to just go in and say whatever I want. Boy, what? But yeah, like I said, man, this whole country is being illegally funded. That's the facts. This whole country is a joke. Like I said, they never protected our border. They let all the riffraff in and the criminals that they knew were criminals and what they were doing, knew they were malicious. It's all on Americans. They're doing it, targeting us all, doing it on purpose. What you weren't prepared for is you didn't realize how crazy Americans really are. You didn't realize we got Batmans and stuff. You thought that everyone was a pushover and you could play your games with everyone. Some of us really don't play. Okay? Some of us are a whole nother ball game. You feel? So it's like, nah, bro, I run the streets. I do what I want to do. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing with me. Trust me. You know what I mean? Y'all claim you crazy. You don't know the meaning. You ain't seen nothing yet. Feel me? So like I said, it's like with me, I just think people are funny, man, because people act, but y'all ain't really about nothing. You know what I mean? People fake the funk. Yeah, that's all y'all gonna do every day. Fake the funk. I'm gonna keep on bringing the real funk and winning. More stripes I gain, more stripes I take in the street, more power I get. It's a perfect business for me, man. I built it all with my own hands and my own hard work, my own pain and suffering, my own fighting, my own standing up on business, standing up to illegal organizations that tried to set me up, and all sorts of stuff, bro. I had my own bosses trying to set me up and stood up to them and told them what's up. I don't know what y'all talking about. I done handled a million fools straight up, hands on. That's what I do. I don't know what y'all talking about. I get busy, man. You know what I mean? It's just that y'all used to people who not trained to this capacity. You underestimate people. You used to regular people. You think that if you get into it with someone, everybody knows. Nobody knows. You understand? That's the reality. You're dealing with a ghost here, buddy. You're dealing with someone who's trained to get in, get out, and does this for a living. I've been doing this my entire life. Okay. I never got paid for it by anyone. I would love to. I would love an agency to recruit me and pay me to do it. Real talk. That's what I need to get paid for. They need to make me like special ops or something. But that's the thing too. I don't know if I want to do that. Why would I want to put myself in bad situations intentionally? I mean, maybe if the pay was good, but for what? So I can deal with a bunch of lunatics. It's not like the government wants to see you win. That's why, like, see, as Batman, I have control. I'm independent, so I can gauge the situation and see what I want to do with it and where I'm at with it and how I want to approach things. Batman is like a ghost. He appears out of nowhere. He's climbing on buildings, flying on rooftops. You know what I'm saying? The art of guerrilla, you know what, fair, coming out of bushes and stuff, coming from underneath. Like that's what the way I'm going to move. I'm not asking permission. I'm building and creating who I am. Who I am, I'm the most dangerous man who's ever been created, and God created me. And God is telling me, become dangerous. He's not telling me hold back. He's not telling me be nice. He's saying destroy your enemies, all of them. Real talk. That's what he's saying. It's right there on the community wall. I'll tell you straight up what it is. God don't like none of y'all. Y'all are not God's children. Y'all are the enemy. You understand? And you're going down, boy. You're gonna lose. Choo choo. Real talk. You're going down, boy. You're gonna lose, especially in these streets. Feel me? Oh, y'all the enemy. It's on 24/7. What's up? What's goody? Get at it. Get busy. Don't do no talking. Get busy in the street. Y'all ain't about nothing, bro. That's what it is. It's gonna be the same thing in New York, bro. Got fools like Tone Space running from scrubs. What you think he gonna do when he see Batman? Oh, he gonna see Batman. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. If he walking on the streets of New York, he's gonna witness Batman. He might try to run away or something, but like Batman's pretty unavoidable, bro. Feel me? He's got to worry about Batman. See what I'm saying? Like y'all just don't get it, man. And you in all that legal trouble. See, Batman can't get into legal trouble because when you try to ID Batman, you're not gonna be able to. Y'all gonna be running and like that's all they do is run and Soldier Boy run and tell him, run and snitch and cry. That Batman, the Batman, he scared me. That's what they all gonna say. It was Batman. They're gonna say you crazy. There ain't no Batman. They're gonna be like, no, he's got a channel. It's that guy. They're gonna say that wasn't him. That's what they're gonna tell you. People ain't even gonna believe you. They're gonna think you're joking. Real talk. They're gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna be on my channel laughing at shit. I don't know what they're talking about. That's what I'm gonna say. What Batman? I just do this for show. I dress up in a costume. What? This is for costume parties. I'm cosplay. That's what I'm gonna say. See the point? Y'all talk too much. You do too much talking. You're too loose lip. Loose lips sink ships, like my baby Christina says. Fool. What are you talking about? Huh? Yeah. The Batman scared me. The Batman just came out of nowhere and flew off a building. I was just walking around New York like I always do. I can't afford a hot dog. And I'm already in legal trouble and I'm scared. And that Batman, he just flew from the rooftop and came down right in New York City and landed in front of me and said, how's the restraining order? Imagine. How's the 3 police reports? Oh my goodness. Where's real life is not in cyberspace. Like, oh my goodness, Tone Space, I swear to me. Like, like what? They only go to the Narrows when they're informed. Do I look like a cop? It's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna have a field day. You feel me? Real talk. About to have a field day, boy. Feel me? Yeah, we're gonna be in New York. Don't you worry, man. I think that's where we're gonna set up shop for a little bit. Just for a little bit. We ain't gonna live there. But Batman gonna do the Batman takeover in New York. There's gonna be so many people paying attention to me. They're gonna be, look, it's a Batman. They're gonna be like, what the hell? They gonna at first some of them might take it like, is he just Is it like a dress up thing? They ain't gonna see me get busy right in front of their face. They're gonna be like, oh hell no, that Batman ain't playing at all. Batman just shows up in the hood. I'll show up in Hassan Campbell's hood in the bat suit right in front of his face. You understand? You think they're gonna do anything? What can they do to Batman? Nothing. Telling you, y'all ain't ready. Y'all got nothing for me, bro. Y'all busy talking, running your mouth. You don't even see what's going on. You don't see the fire behind my eyes and what you created. You don't get it. All this training, what do you think it's for? You think it's not for my enemies? Who you think it's for? Y'all funny as hell, bro. We train every day, bro, getting ready. You feel me? Because once the dog's off the leash, once they just all they got to do is cut the ribbon. Basically, the minute they say the race begins, that Batman off the leash and he coming, and I ain't playing. Feel me? All y'all got to do is patiently wait, man. You know what I mean? Quack, quackity quack, quackity quack. Don't come back. Quack, quack, quack. They're all a bunch of sitting ducks. Quack, 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 quack. Oh my goodness, y'all hilarious. But yeah, I'm gonna have a field day in New York. You know what I mean? That's how it's gonna be. I'll be run out, G check whoever I want, run the streets, control this block. Y'all think I'm playing when I say I got more power than the feds. The feds don't do nothing. The feds just sit there and surveil because they're all cowards too. I don't care how you feel. Well, you want me to lie to you? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just telling you the truth. You're all cowards. You don't get in the mix. You don't even think it's your job to get in the mix. So Batman's going to have control over every block. I can have I'll be able to have cameras monitoring every block in New York. Do you understand that? In a Batcave, monitoring blocks. And then if I don't like what's going down, there's a birdie. If I don't like what's going down on a block, I just get in my Batmobile and show up there, handle it real quick, and then that block's controlled. Y'all want to talk about control and dominance? I'm going to have every block in control. Real talk. What I want is what I want. That's it. I'm not asking for permission, nothing. If I see a dealer pushing weight on the block, trying to move their little weight, right? Yeah, I do what I want to do, bro. Like, I don't know what you talking about. Batman just shows up and stops everything. Yeah, Batman is a menace, bro. I'll think this a game, bro. I do this for real, man. This is what I do for my career, bro. It's my job. I just do it all by myself. These people are freaking out. I'm telling you, there's people around here driving around gang stalking. They all freaking out, panicking because they like, bro, this dude's really serious about this. He's seriously doing this. He's shutting us down. Yes, in front of your face, and living right next to you, laughing in your face about it. That's how we do things. I told you, I'm the mob. I'm a gangster. We do it right in front of you, narc's face, and succeed. You can't do nothing to stop us. And we follow the law. Oh boy, you got a problem on your hands. Yeah, this is not Steez. Steez's New York trip. Shout out to Steez, man. You know what I mean? Nothing but love to Steez still. Despite everything, nothing but love. Shout out to Lee Owens. Nothing but love, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully Big B is okay dealing with everything that's happened. You know what I mean? My condolences. Straight up. I mean that, from my heart. But this is not the Steez New York trip, man. This is something else. We don't go to blocks and run our mouth. That boy had a you know what in his mouth on the block. He was talking about he was ready for whatever and whoever, remember? Steve? But we're not doing that. This is not a talking trip. This is not a show out and show out, pretend. This is you're gonna have a Batman that just starts running everything, every block, take over. Feel me? Whatever I say goes. And the mob. It's gonna be the point I can bang my fist on a table just like that Mickey dude or whatever his name was in the movie, like Gangster Squad, when he said, "This is manifest destiny, mother." You feel what I'm saying? That's who I am. So you don't get it. I take over this country. I do what I want to do. I literally run this entire world. You understand? That's why these people are so scared and terrified because they know the minute I get started, it's going to be a tirade. I'm going to take everything over. I am a nonstop movement. I am a force of God that cannot be stopped. You understand? I'll take over New York in my sleep with anger, pissed off for no reason. Not because you said anything, just because I want to be, because I need that anger to fuel me. See my point? That anger is it's hunger. I'm not angry at you. This is how I am. This is my DNA. It's anger from my ancestors. It's anger. It doesn't have to come from something. It comes from a source. It's a power. It's just my superpower. It doesn't have to have anything set it off. It's just something I turn on. See the point? You got to learn how to harness and use your anger and utilize it and build. That's the thing. Y'all are seeking a job and seeking a little bit of money to get by. I'm seeking conquest. I'm seeking adventure. I'm seeking what my ancestors did, took over, everything. I'm a conqueror. I have to have something to conquer. I have to have something to fight. Man needs purpose in his life, and I have it. And I didn't have to create it myself, really, but I would if I had to. But I created my own purpose, I feel like, but God gave me purpose. Y'all gave me purpose. That's why I'm really thankful for all the slights and little snide remarks and people's little candy attitude, because without you, I wouldn't have a job. You know, without you, I wouldn't be so happy and fulfilled all the time now, because you gave me purpose. I already had purpose, but you gave me you helped me to find my purpose. You helped me to find my actual purpose of what I'm here to do on this planet. And now I know what my purpose is. It's number one, to save children and stop all the child trafficking. It's to shut down all the legal organizations and companies, and it's to change diplomatic policy all through complete force and power and dominance, and change the way this country is run by force with power, as Batman with my bare hands. That's literally the truth. It's literally putting on, like the whole bat suit and going out in the streets and creating change that's positive, though. So anybody who's against that, that's fine. You can be against it. You're gonna lose. Don't get in my way. Real talk. I wouldn't. You know what I mean? So it's God's will, man. It's God's plan. Anybody get in the way of God's plan, good luck to you. You'll need it, seriously. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's perfect for me, man. It's a perfect job. I do what I want to do. I know my father. I know my dad's just looking down at me from heaven, and I really hope he's in heaven, man. But I really do. I think he is. I really do. But my dad's looking down on me. They said he's my biggest fan, man. He's looking down. I know he's so proud of me. That makes me feel good. But yeah, like I said, this is my job, man. There's no confusion on what I do. This is what I do. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it no matter what, always, and you know, it's for you to enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, well, you're gonna be doing a lot of screaming, and probably got holes in your wall from all the anger and the rage and the tantrum fits, like Rob Whack. Rob Rack. I said Rob Rack. Rob Rack looks like the Grinch. I said Rob Rack. Rob Rack, cause it's a cinch. Yeah, Rob Rack. Janet is a blank. Rob Rack said Rob Rack said Rob Rack. Rob Rack. Rob Rack need to fix your grill. Rob Rack quit popping pills. Rob Whack, you're super whack. Rob Whack, oh, he hurt his back. Rob Whack, oh, come on, Rob Whack. Rob Whack sat on the thumb. Rob Whack, get car. Rob Whack, cause he's super whack. Rob Whack won't go to New York. Rab Walk eats chicken with a fork. Rab Walk can't afford a fork. Rab Walk I said, Rab Walk, said Rob Whack. Rab Walk, said Rob Whack. He gonna have to walk because he don't have a car. Talked a lot of smack, but he won't go far, said Rob Whack. Rob don't want war. Rob Whack said Rob don't want more. Rob Whack. Rob Whack. Rob Whack is a sitting duck. Rob Whack get his feathers plucked. Rob Whack going back to prison. Rob Whack do nothing but lose. Rob Whack is a failure. Rob Whack can keep my name out his mouth. Rob Whack, he is scared of the South, like all the niggas that they run back in their house. Said Rob Whack, oh Rob Whack Whack, oh Rob Whack. Said Rob Whack Whack Whack. Said, boy, what? I told y'all I'm a singer, a rapper and entertainer. But make a song out of anything. Janet the Gremlin is going to prison. Oh, Janet, why do you stalk on YouTube? Said Janet the Gremlin. Why do you keep looking more like a dude? Oh, Janet, you said my channel was gonna fail. But here I am making money while all you do is fail. And the bread you eat is stale. You can't even afford some ale. And you looking real pale. Oh, said Rob Rex. He was dating the gremlin, said Rob Rack. Will never ever win, said Rob Rack. We know he all likes men. Oh, Rob Rack got nothing for him, said Rob Whack. Oh, Rob Whack Whack. Rob Whack said Rob Whack Whack. Rob Whack is exactly like Tone Space. Tone Space ran when that troll got in his face, said Rob Rack. Oh, Rob Whack Whack. Sorry, but what? Tone Space ran from Cyber in New York because he's scared. Tone Space got a restraining order placed on his girlfriend because all she does is electronic attacks because she got nothing going for her. Another failure. Said Rob Whack, said Rob Whack Whack. Tone Space will never release a track, never sold a unit, and he always looks stupid, said Rob Whack, said Rob Whack Whack. Tone Space. Tone Space can get up out my face. Tone Space, you're not winning this race. Said Tone Space, you try to rap in Tone Space, you might as well tap dance over Rob Rack. Said Rob Whack Whack. Yo, it's funny as hell, boy. Having a field day with your boy. What you gonna do about it, huh? Huh? What? Here come the men in black. They don't, Rob Rack don't want you to remember. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh. Live in a roach motel. All he do is run and kiss and tell. Rob Whack, why are you always talking about so-called women, but you never with one? You ain't even had no lady in the old roach motel with you. The one you did was some you know what off the street. Bro, you are nowhere near my tax bracket, especially with women. Please stop it. My goodness, there's no competition. Christina wins hands down. Flawless victory. Real talk. Like, what? My girlfriend is hot, fine as hell. That's the truth. Fine as hell. My goodness. I don't know what y'all talking about. A lot of y'all don't seem to have any taste or gauge for what you looking for. I know exactly what I want. Christina is beautiful. It's perfect. But yeah, like I said, we gonna keep on winning. They're gonna keep on losing. And that's it. How long have I been on here? 6 hours like Rob Whack? For real. Oh goodness, I'm having too good a time. I know you mad. I know you mad as hell. That's a really catchy song though. I might need to record this. Hey, Rob Whack said Rob Whack Whack, oh Rob Whack, oh Rob Whack Whack said Rob Whack, oh Rob Whack Whack, oh Rob Whack said Rob Whack Whack. Quack 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 quack. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's funny as hell, boy. I have too much fun with y'all. Real talk. How's that red pill doing, bro? Why don't you go live, man? Quit quacking and go live. I'm telling you, do your live shows so I can watch them and laugh at you. You fool. Ridiculous, man. You're upsetting the white man. Fall in line and do what you're told, boy. I said do what you're told, red pill. You do what the hell I tell you to do. You understand me, red pill? You do what I tell you to do, red pill. Sorry, red pill, but you were driving while Filipino. I think I might have to issue you a citation here. Said what? What did I do? So you were driving while Filipino. Sorry, but that's not against the law. It is now. See, that's why I can't be no cop because I would have too much of a sense of humor. I'd start having too much fun with people. Real talk, I would. I wouldn't be scared at all. I'd be having fun. You little clowns, all you regular civilians, y'all make me laugh. Real talk. Like I couldn't do it, bro. Like real talk. First time you run your mouth, go ahead and get out the car. Every time I'd be like, we just ran into the biggest monster of all time. I'm literally like Tom Cruise in that Collateral movie, bro. Like I'm really built like that. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Some monsters really get created. I was forged in fire. That's how God described it. He tells me all the time. He tells me all the time in those Joker videos. I'm not like y'all. I'm not gonna try to act like I'm like y'all. I'm different, and that's why I've always been lost around y'all because I finally found myself and embraced who I am. And Christina loves me for me. You know what I mean? I'm perfect. The way I am is amazing. I can't get that song out of my head now. Say Rob Rex is Rob Whack Whack, Rob Whack. It ain't got nothing to do with him. It's just the catchy rhythm of it. Rob Whack says Rob Whack Whack, Rob Whack, Rob Whack Whack, Rob Whack says Rob Whack Whack. That really might have to be a song, bro. Let me think of another one. The rest of them ain't even worth it. He ain't worth it either. Ain't worth singing about. I just use it for the rhythm of it. I don't know. Let's bring up a couple other concepts while I sweat like hell in my t-shirt. Um, well, there's my lyrics for that song. I'm the man. You cannot do it like I can. Whatever you say I am, I straight up do you like. That's a badass song. I'm the seed of man. Good luck trying to copy me. On my radar like Doppler. Eat you up like peach cobbler. I'm a monster. What you know about me? I'm the king of the streets. Could never imagine my predicament you couldn't fathom. They saying my name, straight appearing like a phantom. You can go and spin a tandem. Every single punch I land 'em. Hypocrites, I can't stand 'em. You're no comparison to me. You can write as many rhymes as you like. You will never see me. Man, I'm getting paid and you're doing it for free. What? I'm obsessed with the concept of the ice wall in Antarctica. I think I'm going to save all this, man. I talked about it the other day, but I think we deleted the show. I think we'll go over that another day and I'll go over all these concepts. I got to make some more notes, got to do some more research. I'm going to be talking about all these gangs, organizations, corrupt agencies, everything now. That's all I'm going to talk about. I don't care what you like. And I'm going to make a career doing it. What needs to be addressed, and it all has to do with my job and what I'm doing. And like I said, I'm just a concerned citizen and civilian. I'm too smart for my own good, and I'm gonna do what needs to be done. It's that simple. I'm gonna stand up to corruption in its face and look it right at its beady eyes and say, "Rob Rack said, Rob Rack Rack, Rob Rack said, Rob Rack Rack." Rob Wack lives in a Roach Motel. Rob Wack is so jealous of me, said Rob Wack, said Rob Wack Wack. And they called it puppy love. Tell me, does it break your heart that the gremlin, obviously cheated on you? And they called it puppy love. Oh, that's a knee slapper. 16 in the box. We getting pissy. They mad as hell. Them boys know I'm getting all the views. I'm getting all this money. They should have never let you niggas get money. That's what they gonna be saying. I'm getting money. We getting money, baby. I told you that check was gonna make. I think I made like $5 or more yesterday. That's amazing on here. That's all. That check already almost like $82 or something. It's gonna be higher today. We're gonna try to get that 90 and get it to 100 and get it pumping and get another check. Boy, that's right. I make checks in the books. Boy, what you do? Huh? That's right. I'm passionate and happy about my success. We making money. I said money. Give me your money, honey. Cause I'm making money with my little notepad. Money. I'm like your Elvis. Said money. Oh, money. I'm making money just for entertainment. Making money. Don't even speak my name. Making money. You don't speak my language. Money. That's why I got fame. Money. Batman can sing. Said money. Batman got a gift. Money. So all I do is make money. Give me your money, honey, cause I need some money. Paying one ain't nothing funny. Said money, give me that money. Oh, money, oh, money. Give me that money. It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. 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 Said, boy, what? But you got soul? You said we took your music? Who? Elvis made his own music. He ain't take nothing from y'all. Quit lying. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. All y'all getting your karma. It ain't just one of you. Like, yeah, Cyrex, that was karma. That was karma, Cyrex, for everything you said to me. You said I deserved to go through what I went through. No, I didn't. But you sure deserve that, right? Your little gremlin self. Boy, his teeth are like a damn bracket. I don't know. His teeth look like I just entered like the hills have eyes or something. He's downright disturbing. That boy is scary looking. Like the one comment said, when there's proper lighting, he's scary looking. That boy is insidious. He's scary to look at. Real talk. Them teeth, bro. I don't even know that. Are those even teeth? They like weird, musty fangs. Like they don't just got bacteria. That boy takes gingivitis to a whole nother level. That boy got quintuplitis. He got quintuplitis every time he smiled. That dentist said that. Yeah, that's that there quintuplitis. You got what you got there, boy. That's not a case of the mumps. That's not gingivitis. That's that quintuplitis. We thought that it wasn't possible, but that boy right there, that's that. Yeah, that's a set of that quintuplitis. Yes, it's a newfound whatever. But yeah, that boy's teeth, he looked like some kind of rodent beaver or something that's been gnawing at a dam for the past 67 years. Like, and those people are so evil and dark, they're trying to make him like the it clown. That's why they have pictures of him as the it clown. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's his predicament. Clearly, that's his fate. That's what's happening with him. And I mean, obviously, that's his karma, but that's some serious karma, bro. That means that he's gonna be like haunted forever. Like that must suck, bro. He's gonna be in limbo always. He's gonna be the it clown ghost. That's what he's gonna be. That's common sense. I'm just saying because they're turning him into that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of clear, like, yeah, he's gonna be like it, which is very scary. Because him as a clown, I don't even want to think about that. You feel what I'm saying? And he's probably gonna do the same thing, like go haunt people. I don't know. I don't care what he does, but he's a weird individual, bro. But yeah, that's all y'all's demonic little stuff over there. I'm with God, man. I don't have nothing to do with that, bro. I don't let them demons come near me or any of the demonic stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying it's sad what y'all doing to him. You know what I mean? I really don't want to see it happen, but it's not in my control. You know, that's God's will. You know what I mean? But I tried to help him a million times, bro. He ain't want to listen. He wanted to be rude. So it's your deal now. It's your problem. Feel me? Actually, it might not be because apparently God was telling me that some of you may need my help. And I have a good heart, man. So, you know, I'll still have to help people that I shouldn't and have every reason not to. But I will still have to help people because I'm a good person and that's who I am. Christina knows, you know, so we'll see. But apparently, some people are going to be needing my help. So, see what happens. But like I said, I think we're on the brink. I think there's going to be a turnaround. God told me this is going to be my best month ever. So, things are looking up a little bit. It looks like we can do it, but I need donations, man. I need support from the public. I need all y'all to get on the wagon and start donating. I need financial support, and that's my thing. You know, people don't get when I told y'all there's no choice but to support me. I wasn't joking. People don't support me, you're gonna lose. You're gonna be the loser in all this. Like you either get down with Batman or lose. Get down, boy, or what? Right? Like you got to get down. I got to break bread now. The white man has landed. Feel me? You gonna break bread? That's right. You got to break bread with me. You know, like, I'm a good dude, man. I don't know why people don't want to just be real friends. You know, I think, I don't know. I don't understand none of y'all, man. I'm a good dude to everybody. I treat everybody with kindness and compassion. You know what I mean? I try to do nothing but help people. But to think that I'm going to play games or anybody is going to tell me anything or got anything for me, you delusional. Delusional people always lose. Loser. That's right. So, yeah, like I said, boy, I'm getting more famous than Paris Hilton, man. Real talk, I'm gonna have to get me a little dog and a purse. Real talk, I could do something like that too and get views. I do whatever I want. Christina knows I'm straight. I don't care, bro. I'm comfortable in my you know what. I know who I am. I do whatever for views. Real talk, I do not care. I'm not saying I really do that, but maybe like once as a skit or something. I just don't care. I have fun, bro. I do what's fun. I'm gonna live my life free, not worrying about what anybody thinks about me. You know what I mean? So if I think something's funny, like I would think that is funny, I'd do that. Walk around with a purse and a little poodle dog. Why the hell not? For like a little bit and film some videos, it'd be funny as hell. Like Paris Hilton, get me like a pink top. Hell, hell, no, hell yeah, do it. You know how many views it get? Boy, I'm about views. I'm about getting these views. Real talk, bro. I'm trying to get these views. I'm getting this money. What are you getting? Huh? Look at my handy dandy notepad. Like I said, man, you people ain't got nothing. Nothing. Nothing, boy. Said Rob Rack, said Rob Rack Whack. Rob Whack will always be broke just like the rest of you because you're a joke, said Rob Whack, said Rob Whack Whack. Now it's time for me to go. Rob Whack said Rob Whack Whack said Rob Whack said Rob Whack Whack Quack Quack. Quackity quack. All right. We'll be later. That's quacktastic. That's quacktastic. Quack.